This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being made possible by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics, now known as Mason Health. United community, empowered people, exceptional health. And our Community Credit Union. Community is in our name and in the work we do every day.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the gymnasium. That's a gymnasium on the campus of North Mason High School in Belfair, Washington. Today, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has girls, boys high school basketball doubleheader featuring the River Ridge Hawks and the North Mason Bulldogs. I'm Diedrich Allen, and you are watching the Our Community Credit Union pregame show. A little slow in starting today and a different angle for everybody. Limitations of space today. The ladies are first, and North Mason comes into the game 4-4 on the season. The Lady Bulldogs have been off since December 20th when they lost to Port Angeles 61-26. River Ridge has a 2-7 record. The Lady Hawks are coming off last night's 51-42 loss to Clover Park. There isn't a record of the teams playing before, and they haven't played a common opponent this season, so coming up on our Community Credit Union pregame show, we'll have starting lineups and, of course, the tip-off in just a few minutes. It's first game of girls and boys basketball, high school basketball doubleheader, the River Ridge Lady Hawks at the North Mason Lady Bulldogs. Next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Since 1941, our Community Credit Union has been focused on our members and helping you achieve your financial goals. At OCCU, we offer personal, mortgage, home equity, and business loans to meet your needs. Our top priority remains the same, providing personal, professional caring service to our members.
Helping people is very gratifying. To be able to say I work at a place that does that every single day, I'm very proud to be a part of that.
Become a member and become part of a growing, diversified family.
When you call OCCU, you get a live person, not a recording. Call representatives like me are truly here for you.
Dedicated to our community, last year OCCU employees volunteered over 1,700 hours to 43 service groups, schools, and community events. For over 20 years, we've been awarded the highest rating from Bauer Financial, the nation's leading bank, rating, and research firm. Come see the difference and give OCCU an opportunity to earn your trust.
So my name is Michelle Hamilton. I'm a family physician working at Shelton Family Medicine. So I'm into family medicine because I like taking care of the entire family. I really like taking care of children. I'm interested in women's health and then also in geriatrics. And family medicine is really the only specialty where you can take care of the whole family. In Mason General, just everybody was incredibly friendly. It seemed like it was a really close-knit community. The staff had worked here a long time. It seemed like everyone was really focused on giving good care and putting patients first.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Okay, well, welcome back to the Our Community Credit Union pregame show. Just ahead of the Lady Hawks and the Lady Bulldogs. And boy, this is going to be a fun one with technical difficulties left and right tonight, this afternoon. And yeah, Well, we'll get things ready to tip off in just a moment. I'm trying to create my account. All right, there we go. All right, so it's time for the starting lineups. We'll start out with the visiting River Ridge Hawks, Jennifer Elliott, a 5'4" sophomore guard. Heaven Divinity, 5'6" junior guard. Joanne Flynn, a 5'6" sophomore guard. Cassidy Soror, a 5'10" senior forward, and is a Bella Bagno.
Life's just more fun with fast, reliable Wi-Fi. You can stream, share, game, try something new. But weak Wi-Fi spoils the fun. That's why you need managed Wi-Fi from Hood Canal Communications. The right equipment, professionally installed in all the right places, keeps your Wi-Fi powered party streaming strong. Call or visit Hood Canal online to upgrade your Wi-Fi today.
Everyone has dreams, but not everyone knows the steps they need to take to get there. At the Community Financial Center, we help members of our community credit union to work toward their dreams. Located inside the Shelton Mountain View branch, the Community Financial Center works with families to help them pursue their short and long-term goals, specializing in comprehensive financial planning, investment advisory services, insurance, and retirement planning. At the Community Financial Center, we work one-on-one with our community credit union members to help them identify their needs and their objectives. Together, we'll develop a set of strategies that seek your success. Isn't it time to set a path to your goals? Set up a free, no-obligation consultation at our community credit union's Community Financial Center. It's your success. We just guide you towards it.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. Join the likes of Hood Canal Communications, our community credit union, and Mason General Hospital and family of clinics in supporting student athletes. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
And we're back here at the gymnasium, North Mason High School. Starting lineups. I can't see it because it's dark in here. I forgot to bring a lamp. So give me a moment here. I did read off the starters for River Ridge. That's Elliott Divinity. Come on, give me a light. Flynn, Soror, and Bala Bagno. For the Bulldogs, number 1, Natalie Carsonson, a senior, 5'11" center. Natalie Matthews, a 5'8" senior forward. Rachel Youngman, a 5'7" sophomore forward. Sophie Green, a 5'8" senior forward, and Aaliyah Brown, a 5'8" junior guard. So we'll have the announcements, or we're having the announcements of the starting lineups here. Got to make some adjustments and some, I don't know where all the noise is coming from, but because we're on the floor, not up in this in the extra seats. We'll be right back with the tip-off.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Well, welcome back to North Mason High School. The River Ridge Hawks and the North Mason Lady Bulldogs. Bulldogs are in the white with the blue letters. The Hawks are in the dark uniforms, dark blue with white letters. And here is Rachel Youngman going to the hoop and drawing a foul to open things up for the Bulldogs, and the personal foul going on to Joanne Flynn with her first. So at the free throw line for possible three-point play is Natalie Youngman. She got the roll, so it's a 3-0 ball game early. We apologize for our one-sided camera due to internet availability. We had to be to one side or another, so we are down here at this end, and there's going to be a no, I guess that's a turnover. I'm not sure exactly what that was, but it's Bulldog ball, sideline inbounds. Matthews gets it into Green. Turn around, jumper into paint for Karstensen, rims off, rebound saved inbounds by Youngman, but that was on the baseline under the basket. I'm sorry, I didn't have it set right. It'll be River Ridge ball. Inbounds in the ball was Soror. Nice find down low to Malabagno. And there's a fight for the ball underneath. Jump ball called. That'll stay with the Hawks. So what I'm talking about, the distance that we have from this far end here. I'm not overly happy with this setup, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Inbounds goes into the corner to Flynn. Try to throw it up top, but it's picked off. And here comes Green to the hoop. Off the glass and in, off the turnover. So it's a 5-0 lead for North Mason. Here come the River Ridge Hawks. Divinity gets it across to Flynn. Flynn at the top of the key, over to Divinity. She'll dribble to the center of the court, throw the high post. That's Soror. Steps back beyond the three-point arc, bounces it down to Labagno. Dribbles into the paint off of her foot. And there is going to be 2 on the shot clock. And Divinity tried to launch something up. Time running off and is fouled by Brown. Her first whistle on North Mason. At the free throw line is Heaven Divinity for River Ridge. Here's the first one. Should get another one. Got the second one. Here comes Green up to Matthews. Matthews to the baseline, to the hoop, up the glass, no. Rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs. Out to Sophie Green. She'll reset for the Lady Dogs. Over goes to Karstensen. Open jumper goes in for Natalie Karstensen. And it's a 7-1 lead for North Mason. Near steal on the inbounds there. And here comes Flynn. Nice find to Malabagno. Isa with her first basket. And it's a 4-point lead for North Mason. Here's Green in back court. Oh, I didn't get a 10 count on that, but nope. Up to Matthews, knocked out of bounds. No foul called. So we baseline inbounds for North Mason. Right of the backboard, Matthews will trigger the play. Throw it in the middle, and picking it off will be Elliott. Elliott on the run the other way. Had the ball stripped from her, trying to make a move to the hoop, and we have a jump ball. That'll go over to North Mason. 5:51 to go, first quarter. 7-3. North Mason with the lead in the ball. Here is Rachel Youngman. Sophie Green back to Youngman. Back to Green. Karstensen to Green. I guess they're not doing the 10 seconds in the back court. Matthews tried to force one in there and turn the ball over. There comes Flynn the other way. Nice find under the bucket. Oh, can't finish was Soror. And the rebound goes to North Mason. Here comes Youngman. Youngman stops, lost the handle. And here is Malabagno. Gives it up to Flynn. Flynn will set the play. And a steal, near steal, knocked out. Divinity. Malabagno knocked away. And here comes Youngman. Brown missed the layup, and here comes Flynn up the far sidelines. Nice find to Soror up and in. Matthews throws it up to Karstensen. Turnaround jumper. Rimmed off the top and in, but that's out of bounds. Is that John Campbell over there? Kind of hard to say. No, threw it right into Rungman. She'll drive in and put it up and in straight away. 4:26 to go. First quarter, 9-5 is the score. Bulldog ball. Baseline inbounds right at the backboard, and Matthews will trigger the play. Can't imagine how little kids can make things shake like crazy. Inbounds goes to Divinity. I'm sorry, not to Divinity, to Green. Green gives it to Carstensen, back to Green in the corner near side. Right in front of us. She'll dance out and reset. Green still with the ball, 18 on the shot clock. Drives into the paint, stripped by Malabagno. And they say that Green took steps, and so it's turnover 4 by my count on North Mason, and then a foul on Karstensen. Her first second-team foul. Stays with River Ridge. Soror will bounce it in near midcourt. And Divinity fighting for her life there. Draws a foul. I think that went on Youngman. Oh, an overthrow. Here comes Matthews with the ball. Tried to get a pass down, and picking it off was Flynn. So it should be North Mason ball under their backboard. Actually, it is not. It's River Ridge ball. Here comes Elliott trying to get to Malabagno out of bounds. Nope, and it will be off of a Bulldog. Divinity gets it in to Flynn. Try to get it back to Divinity. A jump ball call. That'll stay with River Ridge. Kim Perez will step on the court for River Ridge. Sitting down will be Joanne Flynn. Baseline inbounds for the Hawks. 3 on the way by Soror. She came up short. Here comes Green for North Mason. Down under the basket to Carstensen. No, that was, who was that? Oh, Brown missed it, and here come the Lady Hawks. Down to Elliott, can't handle a pass, pops in the hands of Youngman. Youngman's pass up to Green, a little too far ahead of her. She'll hesitate, drive around traffic, off the glass, dropped out, knocked out of bounds of the ball. I'm going to say that stays with the Bulldogs. 30-second timeout, we'll keep it right here. Right now it's a 4-point lead for North Mason. They have led by as many as 6 in the quarter. Got the first 5 points to open the game. And then a little slow start by the Hawks as they meet their coach, Gabby Wade. right below us. Lineup, let's see here. Elliott, Divinity, Flynn, Sabor, is that right? No. Divinity, Elliott, Soror is not. It's Perez, that's what it is. Soror and Balabagno inbounds for the Hawks. Quickly up it goes to Balabagno. She'll go to the hoop off the glass. Missed the shot, but did a foul. Natalie Matthews picked up her first. 4th team foul at the free throw line. Isa Balabagno. First trip to the free throw line so far today. Missed the first one. Joanne Flynn will get ready to step back onto the court for the Lady Hawks. And Morgan Ritz will step on for the Lady Bulldogs. And River Ridge's Isa Balabagno at the free throw line for second free throw. Short, couldn't get the roll. Rebound tapped to the corner. And Green will track it down. And here she comes quickly up to Youngman. Out of bounds, however, overhead. 6 turnovers on North Mason. Nope. Ritz gets it to Green. Green trying to go somewhere, finds Ritz off the glass and in. Nice find down low. 7 turnovers on the Lady Hawks. Oh, and another one. And here's Youngman trying to make a hoop, move to the hoop, and they got to travel, so it goes right back. I need to bring my stanchions next time I come here. I'm going to be in these stands. Need to get some space. Quick pass to Balabagno. She'll put it up, popped out, got her own rebound, tried to put it back in. She draws yet another foul. She'll go back to the free throw line. All right. Ritz picked up her first. Cassidy Soror back at the scorer's table to check back in. First free throw for Balabagno is off. Here comes Soror. She'll get Jennifer Elliott. 2.5 minutes almost to go here, first quarter. 11-5 is the score. Isa missed her second one. Rebound was pulled down by Perez. She'll dribble out and throw it right into the hands of Brown. Brown to the hoop off the glass. No. Got it the rebound off the deflection. Out it goes to Green. Green will reset. Throw over to Ritz. Ritz to Carstensen. Up fakes at the foul line. Steps by the defense. Came up short with a shot. Rebound pulled down by Balabagno. No, actually, that's Perez. Perez dribbles around the defense. Bumped and fouled by Natalie Carstensen. That should be 2 on her. Yep, that is 2 on her. 16 fouls on North Mason. 1 on River Ridge. This is Flynn with the ball. Kick it to Divinity. Pull a jumper on the baseline. No. Perez with the rebound. Can't keep a hold of it. And then there's a foul on the pass out. It'll be Bulldog ball. And Heaven Divinity picked up her first. Natalie Matthews sticks back into the ballgame for North Mason. Morgan Ritz will sit down. So it's Green, Youngman, Carstensen, Brown, and Matthews on the court for North Mason. Here's Green to Matthews to the hoop and in. It's Natalie's first basket. And it's a 8-point lead, largest of the evening so far for North Mason. Balabagno to the hoop and in. I take it her family is right to my left, or to my right, excuse me. So it's 13-7. Minute 20 to go, first quarter. Here comes Green. Green got a hit with the travel, then they called it a little late. Jennifer Elliott returns for River Ridge. Hawk ball, sideline inbounds backcourt to Flynn, up to Balabagno. It's going to be a one-on-one on Matthews. Stops in the box and lob it out. And here's Flynn, nice up fake to the foul line elbow, a little too hard, rebound. Perez, her put back, dropped out. Matthews can't quite track down the rebound. They'll fight for it in the corner, and who comes away with it? It's Green. Finds Youngman up and in. Rachel with 7 points. And lead is back to 8. Flynn crossing midcourt. Kick it to Soror. Baseline jumper doesn't go. Balabagno's there with a rebound. Their putback's knocked away, but there's a foul on North Mason. That's 17 fouls on the Bulldogs. Carstensen just picked up her 3rd. She gets some activity on the bench for North Mason. As Issa is back at the free throw line. Unfortunately, she is 0 for 4. 0 for 5. 4 points. Kayla Galbraith will step onto the court for Carstensen in the North Mason lineup. 35.6 seconds remain in the first quarter. 15 to 8. Oh, Issa missed them both. Rebound goes to Galbraith. And her outlet is knocked out of bounds by Soror's active hands. As in a day, we'll check onto the court for River Ridge. And Balabagno will sit down. Matthews gets it into Green. Green in backcourt, weaving around traffic. She's got an open lane. She tried to get a pass down to Galbraith off her hands out of bounds, and that'll be 9 turnovers on North Mason by my count. To under 20 seconds to go, first quarter. North Mason with the lead. River Ridge with the ball. Inbounds goes to Day, to Flynn. Flynn crosses midcourt. Leaves it there for Soror. Up top it goes to Day. And now this is Perez. Over to Day. Day will take a 3. No. Rebound Matthews for North Mason. And that should run out the quarter. So after 1, North Mason 15. River Ridge 7. We'll be right back.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the South Sound Conference are playing, who won the game last night, and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on sscathletics.org. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making sscathletics.org the place to view official schedules, scores, standings, photos for all the schools, and all the sports in the South Sound Conference. Check out sscathletics.org, the official website of the South Sound Conference.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics now offers 3D mammograms. The new Selenia Dimensions 3D mammography system in the Diagnostic Imaging Department at MGH has ergonomic design for patient comfort, provides up to 40% reduction in false positive recalls, has a proven 41% increase in detection of invasive breast cancer, is FDA approved, and is superior to 2D mammography. Call today to schedule your mammogram.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics. Equal opportunity provider. Translation services provided.
North Mason will start the second quarter with the ball. They have Matthews, Green, Brown, Youngman, and looks like Carstensen back in there. Inbounds goes to Green. Carstensen with 3 personal fouls. Back on the floor. Here's Green driving to the hoop, puts it up and draws the foul. And that should go on Perez. Yeah, and that will be Kim's first. 3rd team foul on River Ridge, but at the free throw line for North Mason, Sophie Green. Her first trip tonight. She has 2 points. Still has 2 points. She get one more. And the one's short, but I think somebody lane violation, so Sophie will get another shot at it. Elliott kind of took an extra early step there and then got back, but that's a lane violation. So Sophie's second free throw. Short again, rebound pulled down by River Ridge. And this is Soror. Her outlet is deflected, and nice little pass under the bucket. And that's Brown with a nice little basket, and it's a 10-point lead. Comes Flynn up to Soror, off the glass and in. Green steps across midcourt for North Mason, showing off her dribbling skills here. A little too much dribbling, I think. Here's Carstensen to Matthews, long two on the way. No, air ball, rebound. Brown, one dribble turnaround, doesn't fall. Matthews knocks it out of bounds, but they'll say it goes over two. River Ridge. Inbounds goes to Elliott. Elliott gets it up to Flynn. Flynn going to the hoop, rejected by Matthews, but they're going to give Natalie her second personal.
Matthews, her second.
2 shots coming for Jordan Flynn. It's her first trip to the free throw line. No points as of yet. Yeah, there's her first point. Cuts the lead down to 7. Was as much as 10 just early in the quarter. Joanne's second one. That one hit the back of the iron, dropped in. And the lead is 6. Quickly up to Brown. Brown will make a move to the hoop. Threw one up that didn't have a chance, and the rebound goes to Flynn. Here comes River Ridge the other direction. Flynn, Joanne trying to attack. This time Matthews got away with the block to throw it up to Green. Green will go to the hoop with a 1-on-2. Missed the shot. Rebound goes right to Youngman. Rachel's putback doesn't fall, but Carstensen's there to put it back up, and she missed. Rebound coming out of the pack is Perez. She's double teamed in back court, and a jump ball is called. And that'll stay with the Hawks. Malabagno was back in the ballgame for River Ridge. She gets 4. Day, Elliott, Flynn, and Malabagno on the court for the Lady Hawks. Flynn steps across midcourt, bounces it over to Day. Up top goes to Elliott. Elliott looking for Flynn. Finds a nice pass down low to Malabagno off the glass to a triple team. Up and in, and she has 6 points. Leads down to 4. Comes Green out of backcourt, 1-on-1. Nearly had it picked by Soror. And then they're going to call a little ticky-tack foul coming across midcourt. And that'll be on Cassidy, her first, 4th team foul. So it'll be sideline inbounds at midcourt for North Mason. Matthews will trigger the play. Throw it into Green. Back to Matthews off a foot and a turnover. Here comes Flynn for River Ridge. She's going to go to the hoop, put it up, and in. Off the turnover, now 10 turnovers on North Mason. And Soror knocked it out of bounds on the inbounds. Morgan Ritz will step onto the court for Matthews. And Divinity will come onto the court for Day. Day holding her left wrist. She took a hit there. Inbounds goes to Carstensen, up to Ritz, out of bounds, however. 11 turnovers on North Mason. These turnovers are keeping River Ridge into the ball game. Soror will inbounds it from midcourt, far sidelines, get it into Flint. Over to Divinity. Soror down to Balabagno. Nice play up and in for Isa. And it gets 8 points. And it's a tie ball game. 5:20 to go here in the half. Here's Brown forcing one up and in. Oh boy, I didn't think that had a prayer of dropping in. And Aaliyah gets it, her 4th point. Here comes Flynn the other way. High post feed to Soror. Soror drives side of the paint, kick it out to Divinity, excuse me. And Divinity had her pocket pick. She'll knock it out of bounds, and that will go over to North Mason. Matthews quickly back into the ball game, and Morgan Ritz will sit down. 5 minutes, 1 second to go in the first half. 19-17, 2-point lead for North Mason. Nice way to break the press, and there's Brown to the hoop, up and in. 6 points for Alea. And the lead is quickly back up to 4 after being tied. About 5:20. Divinity's jumper falls off, up to Brown, midcourt, down to Youngman. Youngman to the hoop, foul, no whistle, up and in. 9 points for Rachel. Here's Flynn between the circles. Over goes to Elliott. Elliott drives baseline, steps back, takes a long 2. It's an air ball. Rebound goes to Green. Green launches it up. Brown tracks it down, saves it, but right to Flynn. Flynn coming back the other way for River Ridge. And it's poked out of her hands. Ooh, Rachel Youngman got away with a walk there. And here comes Carstensen, pull-up jumper at the foul line. Elbow goes in. Only 4 points for Natalie Carstensen, that is. Under 4 minutes to go in the half, 25-17. Lead back to 8. Divinity with it. Finds Swore. Swore over to Flynn. Flynn drives baseline. Reverse layup doesn't fall, but the deflection goes out to Divinity, but ping pongs to Flynn, and Swore ends up with the ball somehow. And her shot draws a foul. Ooh. That's Sophia Green's first for North Mason. Cassidy Swore at the free throw line. She has 4 points since her first trip to the free throw line tonight. Got the first one. Perez steps back onto the court for River Ridge, and Jada Cruz will step on for the first time for the Hawks. As River Ridge's Cassidy Swore has her second free throw. That one drops in. 6 points for Cassidy. Lead is 6. Carstensen gives it to Youngman. Youngman across to Green. Green crosses the midcourt timeline, goes down to the baseline, pinched off and fouled. No, that's not. She's not fouled. She stepped on the baseline, and I have a dozen turnovers on the Lady Bulldogs here in the half. 3:20 to go in the first half. 6-point lead for North Mason. River Ridge with the ball. This is Cruz. Cruz bounces it to Divinity. Divinity high post feed to Perez. She'll try to lace it down low. It's deflected, and Flynn can't keep a hold of it, but she didn't touch it. It goes out of bounds off of a Bulldog. So it's Hawk ball. Baseline inbounds. Left of the backboard. Inbounds goes into Swore. Catch and shoot and hit. Cassidy has 8 points. 4-point lead for North Mason. Galbraith missed the jumper on the baseline. Ball goes out of bounds, and they'll say it went off of Galbraith. Be River Ridge ball. 2:54 to go in the first half. 25-21, North Mason with the lead. River Ridge with the ball. Julian Uri in the game all well. Ties up the River Ridge. And that will go over to North Mason. Only have 10 turnovers on the Lady Hawks versus 12 for the Bulldogs. Green will slow the pace down. 2:40 to go in the half. 4-point lead for North Mason. High post feed to Youngman. Youngman drives side of the paint, loses the handle, but goes to Galbraith. Galbraith hooks around their defender, loses the handle, and we have a foul on the pass off. Perez picked up her second, 5th team foul. Isa Balabagno will quickly get up off the River Ridge bench, as does Matthews and Brown. Green's already out there. Baseline inbounds for North Mason. Right of the backboard. And an illegal screen is called on the far side. Brown picked up her second on the illegal screen. It's 10 team fouls on North Mason. High post feed knocked away. Here comes Brown the other way for North Mason. Off the glass short. Rebound Youngman. Gets it up to Carstensen at the elbow. Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Flynn. Two minutes to go in the half. 4-point lead for North Mason. River Ridge with the ball. Cruz gets it over to Flynn. In length is deflected, but it goes to Soror, and she'll put it up and in. 8 points for Cassidy in the quarter, 10 for the game. 2-point lead. And a nice find, Brown alone to the hoop, off the glass and in. Aaliyah with 8 in the quarter, and the game will lead back up to 4. Minute 35 to go in the half. 27-23. Divinity with the ball. Far side, way outside, into the corner. It goes to, I'm sorry, that was Cruz. And a foul on Brown. That'll be Aaliyah's third. 2 shots coming for Heaven and Divinity. She's 1 for 2 at the free throw line. She only has a point. First free throw, rimmed off. Day and Elliott will step back on. Well, actually, Elliott's going to come in for Divinity, so she'll stay at the scorer's table until either Heaven hits the free throw or there's another stoppage play. 1:22 to go in the half. 27-23. Oh, she missed them both. Rebound goes to Karstensen. Out to Green. Green is fouled, crossing midcourt. And I'll go on to Soror for a second. 6th team foul. Foul to give, I guess. And here's Elliott replacing Soror. Matthews will trigger the play, and actually Coach Ketty wants a timeout. So it's a 30. I think we will keep it right here. So the game was tied at 17, about the 5:20 mark of this quarter. And the Bulldogs were just an inch away. Each time there's a run, they were up by 10 in the quarter, and now they lead by 4. Isa Malabagno steps back into the lineup for River Ridge. For North Mason, it's Karstensen, Brown, Green, Matthews, and Youngman. For River Ridge, Balabagno, Elliott, Flynn, Divinity, and Day. Oh, Matthews threw it in the backcourt, and it goes out of bounds. As Green was trying to do a cut and step back, and she went actually up the court instead of into the backcourt as Matthews expected. So 1:17 to go in the half, 27-23. North Mason with the lead, River Ridge with the ball. Flynn between the circles. Over to Divinity. Up top it goes to Elliott. Elliott dribbles to the top of the key at the 3. She'll lob it over to Flynn. Flynn looking low. She'll dribble up top, 13 on the shot clock. Here's Day, back to Flynn. Flynn's gonna drive, lost the handle on the ball. Matthews with the recovery, up to Youngman. Youngman is a 2-on-1, and then they're gonna get Day, who's trying to defend with the foul. Now the 7th-team foul, and Day's first. Rachel Youngman at the free throw line. She's 1 for 1, has 9 points. 47 seconds to go in the half. Missed the front end of the free throw. She get one more. Got the second one. Giving her 10 points. It's a 5-point lead for North Mason. River Ridge with the ball. Comes Flynn. 43 seconds to work in the half. Puts on the jet, stops the foul line, off the glass. No rebound. Came to Divinity, and she's tied up by Matthews. I think that'll stay with, it'll stay with River Ridge. 28 on the shot clock, so there is 6-second difference between game and shot clock. Divinity gets it into Flynn. Flynn in the corner far side. Spun away from the defense, but she airballed it, and Green comes away with the rebound up to Youngman. Youngman off the glass. No rebound. Brown, that's short. Rebound knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs of the River Ridge ball. First game of a doubleheader here in Belfair. tonight. Boys coming up at 6:30. Jerry Apple will be joining me for that game. Hopefully he'll find me in the stands instead of our usual location. Elliott's shot goes out of bounds, and that will be Bulldog ball with 8.6 seconds remaining in the half. Their lead is 5. Here comes Green, top of the key. 3 on the way and off. Rebound grabbed by Flynn, and that'll be the half. So a much better second quarter for River Ridge. The North Mason hits the locker room with a 5-point lead, 28-23. Take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is high school basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Back in 2 minutes.
Life's just more fun with fast, reliable Wi-Fi. You can stream, share, game, try something new. But weak Wi-Fi spoils the fun. That's why you need managed Wi-Fi from Hood Canal Communications. The right equipment, professionally installed in all the right places, keeps your Wi-Fi powered party streaming strong. Call or visit Hood Canal online to upgrade your Wi-Fi today.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. Join the likes of Hood Canal Communications, our community credit union, and Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics in supporting student athletes. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the South Sound Conference are playing, who won the game last night, and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on sscathletics.org. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making sscathletics.org the place to view official schedules, scores, standings, photos for all the schools and all the sports in the South Sound Conference. Check out sscathletics.org, the official website of the South Sound Conference.
My name is Matt Woods. I'm the new podiatrist taking over for Dr. Rice. I know that he's a very well-liked podiatrist, and I'm very, very happy to be able to take over his position here at Mason General Hospital Ankle and Foot Clinic. I just want everyone to know that I'd like to treat all my patients like they were my friends or my family. You know, I wouldn't do anything to a patient that I wouldn't do to myself. I just think that having a good rapport with your patients and the trust is necessary, and you know, I can do anything from toenails to giant fractures to arthroscopic procedures.
Oh, we're back here at North Mason High School. It's at halftime. Lady Bulldogs lead the Lady Hawks from River Ridge 28-23. Bulldogs did it behind Rachel Youngman's 10 points, 8 for Aaliyah Brown. Let's see here, 4 for Natalie Karstensen, 2 apiece for Morgan Ritz, Natalie Matthews, and Sophie Green. For the Hawks, Cassidy Sroor leads the way with 10 points, 8 for Isa Balabagno, 4 for Joanne Flynn, and a free throw for Heaven Divinity. Is that up right? Actually, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, I'm just making sure. So that's where we sit at the half. Third quarter coming up in moments. Take another break. We'll be back. We'll talk about turnovers and foul trouble, because there's a couple of Bulldogs in foul trouble in the first half, but still playing, surprisingly. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County. and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call, or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. Join the likes of Hood Canal Communications, our community credit union, and Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics in supporting student athletes. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Well, you see the halftime score there. 28 for North Mason, 23 for River Ridge. I told you to talk about turnovers in the first half and fouls. The North Mason Lady Bulldogs, by my count, finished with 13 turnovers in the half. 10 for the Lady Hawks. Now, the turnovers allowed the Hawks to get back in this ball game. They were down 10 early in the second quarter. Came back and had it tied at 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half, second quarter. And they came back with taking advantage of some turnovers. However, every run that the Hawks would make, the Bulldogs would turn around and go back up. And they took the lead and led by what, I think it was 6 before you see that 5-point difference at the half. Now, foul trouble. There are 2 Lady Bulldogs with 3 personal fouls. Natalie Carsonson and Aaliyah Brown. 2 for Natalie Matthews. For the Lady Hawks, Kim Perez only has she has 2 personal fouls, and Cassidy Soror has 2 as well. And nobody else in foul trouble for River Ridge at this point. Yeah. So that's where we sit. Halftime score, North Mason 28, River Ridge 23. The Bulldogs looking to rebound from their loss to Port Angeles on the 20th. The Hawks looking to rebound from their loss last night to Clover Park. We'll take yet another timeout. We'll be right back with third quarter in just a moment.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the Olympic League are playing? Who won the game last night? And what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on OlympicLeague.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making OlympicLeague.com the place to view official schedules, scores, standings, photos for all the schools and all the sports in the Olympic League. Check out OlympicLeague.com, the official website of the Olympic League.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics now offers 3D mammograms. The new Selenia Dimensions 3D mammography system in the Diagnostic Imaging Department at MGH has ergonomic design for patient comfort, provides up to 40% reduction in false positive recalls, has a proven 41% increase in detection of invasive breast cancer, is FDA approved, and is superior to 2D mammography. Call today to schedule your mammogram.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics, equal opportunity provider, translation services provided.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KEEPthe for more information on how we're working for you.
This broadcast is copyright protected by Digiproof on behalf of Diedrich Allen and Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of its contents, pictures, descriptions, and accounts without the consent of Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, MasonWebTV.com, and Hood Canal Communications is prohibited.
Now waiting for the start of the third quarter. Reset my cameras here. So we'll change ends, and should be a Hawk ball, shouldn't it? I would think. Could be wrong. No, it'll be North Mason ball. Matthews will inbounds it to Green. Green with the dribble. Going to drive right to the hoop, too, and she'll put it up short. Got her own rebound. How about Carsonson with a rebound on the putback? And here come the Hawks. Jerry Apple just arrived. Hi, Jerry. He found me. We'll talk about that when I get him on a headset in a moment. Let him get situated. And let's see here. There's Flynn trying to drive baseline. Turned around, put it in the middle, and that goes to Elliott. Out to Divinity. Her shot misses, but Balabagno puts it up and in off the offensive rebound. Excuse me. Youngman finds Carsonson. Turn around on the box. Missed the shot. Rebound saved in bounds, but not quite. That'll go out of bounds. Yep, I gotta move something here. Get Jerry involved, but we'll wait till we have a break. Here's Flynn. Cross court to Elliott. Elliott looking for Balabagno. Takes the three. Missed it. Rebound tracked down in the far corner by Karstensen. To Matthews. To Green. Still in back court. Gets a screen and walks across midcourt to the top of the key. Gonna weave right to the hoop off the glass. No. Rebound slapped by Youngman out of bounds, but they're gonna say it went off of a Hawk somewhere, a mystery Hawk in the play. So it'll be baseline inbounds. Left of the backboard. Matthews gets it into Carsonson. Out to Brown to Youngman, back to Brown, cutting to the hoop, puts it up and in. Allay with a 10th point tonight. And lead is 7 for North Mason. Here comes Flynn for the Hawks. Balabagno loses a handle on the ball. And here come the Bulldogs. All the way up to Youngman. Youngman, extra pass down to Brown off the glass. Yes, nice way to move the ball around off the turnover. Timeout called. It's a 30, so we'll keep it here. And I got a moment to try and get Jerry Apple involved if he wants to. Gotta get his headphone out and ready. Okay. So hi, Jerry.
Hi, DJ.
Thanks for finding me in this interesting spot, isn't it?
Yeah, I went upstairs first.
And there's no, they won't let you in. It's all locked up.
Yeah.
Mr. Swafford said I don't have time to open the wall, so I had to come down here. And in the corner where we are is because that's how long my internet cord far it would reach. So here we are. So nice find down to Balabagno. She gets the roll. That's 12 points for her, Jerry. And you're just going to watch and help me out here on this one. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Because you didn't have no time to get involved. Nice break of the press. There's Brown under the basket. But they say she traveled. And Jerry, turnovers have been a problem for the Lady Bulldogs. That'll be 14 by my count. I'm sure they have had more, but I don't have your eye to help me track.
You're kind.
Yeah. Divinity with the ball. Is it Divinity? Yes, it is. Trying to work her way. Finds Balabagno. Out it goes to Flynn. Flynn will take the three. She's going to get one of these. Nope, she missed that one, though. She's launched a couple, Jerry, and they're just coming up a little short. It's almost as if like they played last night, and, well, they did. So the well-rested, but as it has been ill, Lady Bulldogs. And Green going to go coast to coast. Missed the shot. Draws a foul. And that will go on Heaven Divinity, her second. Sophie is 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Only has 2 points. She missed the first one. She'll get one more. 5:23 to go, third quarter. 34-27 is her score. North Mason with the lead. And the Bulldogs, Sophie Green missed 2 free throws. And here comes Flynn. Flynn bounces it down to Malabagno. She draws a double team, gets it out top. And this is Kim Perez hitting the jumper off the dribble. Green weaving her way. Lob it down to Brown, back to Green. Green steps back beyond the three-point arc, drives baseline, pulls up, misses it. Rebound goes to River Ridge. It's Flynn. Joanne will dribble to the center of the court, bring it across the timeline. Set the offense. Oh, nice screen. And she's going to draw a foul on the pass off. That'll be Natalie Matthews. That's her third. And that brings Kayla Galbraith off the Bulldog bench. Divinity will inbounds it for the baseline. Had a lob in the middle, deflected by Green, and a tracked down by Perez. Out it goes to Flynn. Flynn will set with 20 on the shot clock. Perez dribbled beyond the three-point arc. Finds Divinity. She hit it. That was a 2. Standing on the line. That's her first basket from the field. And she has 3 points. Green trying to get by the press. 3-point lead for North Mason. Sophie drives baseline, leaves it in the middle to Brown, picked off and stolen away. Here come the Hawks. Flynn all the way up to Perez. Perez to the hoop, missed the shot. Rebound goes to Karstensen. Natalie will hold up, and I think she got away with a double dribble there, Jerry.
She did.
Sophie gets the ball back to Karstensen and gets the ball, and here is Sophie. Sophie finds a wide open Brown under the bucket, and she was too far under the bucket. She was bailed out by a Hawk that ran into her. She wouldn't have had any chance to get that ball in. She was so far under the basket.
Nice pass by number 10.
And the personal foul on Isa Balabagno. It's her first. Second team foul on River Ridge in the half. And Alea Brown at the free throw line. Got the first one. She'll get one more. She has 13 points so far. She'll get one more. Short on the second one. Rebound was corralled by Perez. It was up to Flynn. Flynn will lob it down to Balabagno. Isa to the baseline. Kick it to the corner, Perez. Perez splits the double team, and they're going to draw a foul on the Bulldogs. As we've seen, Jerry, the 33. I didn't see Mandy Cole step onto the court for North Mason. She drew the foul. We've seen a lot of traveling calls in recent weeks. Not in this game. Only a couple. First free throw dropped in. She get one more. This is 13, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So 2 free throws for Kim Perez, giving her 4 points. And a 2-point lead for North Mason. Sophie Green draws the foul with two big steps into the paint.
Kelsey's done a nice job of breaking the 1-2-2 full court press. She takes the ball to the hoop pretty well.
Foul was on Kim Perez. Baseline inbounds goes to Brown. Brown tried to get it to Cole. Stolen away by the Hawks. Soror tried to feed Perez. Is stolen back by the Bulldogs. Here's Brown. Brown looking for Matthews. She'll lob it across court to Sophie Green. And another foul. I didn't see that foul went on Jerry. Oh, Perez, that'll be 4 on Kim. Substitution in the ballgame, we'll give you that in a moment. Sideline inbounds. Matthews gets it into Green. Sophie on the dribble. High post feed to Carstensen, back to Green. Green took steps and lost the handle on the ball. Saved inbounds, but right to Cassidy Soror. Soror in the ballgame again. Here's Flynn pushing the ball up, tried to get it down to Balabagno and out of bounds. And it's 13 turnovers on River Ridge, only 3 in the quarter. 2-point lead for North Mason, 2:44 to go, third quarter. Carstensen gets it to Youngman. Youngman back to Carstensen, to the hoop, up and in, and the foul.
Yeah, you're right. They haven't been called on traveler.
Issa Balabagno got her second personal. And it's 3 team fouls by my count.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't have that player foul
on
lit up on the scoreboard.
It does help, but they just don't seem to do it here. And Carstensen finishes the 3-point play, and the lead is up to 5. River Ridge has battled back into this game a couple of times, Jerry. They had it tied in the second quarter at 17, and here comes a steal, and Green going to the hoop. Sophie gets it to drop off the turnover. It's only the 14th of the ballgame for River Ridge.
Nice job again of taking it to the hoop.
Here's Flynn. Yeah, Flynn with it at midcourt, drawing a couple of Bulldogs out of their zone. Here's Soror driving in, putting one up and in. Cassidy with a dozen points. Her first in the third quarter, however. Carstensen gets it to Green, center of the court. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Down it goes to Brown. Brown on the box, one dribble to the hoop. Oh, popped out. Rebound goes to Flynn. Flynn pulls it away, and she's stripped of the ball by Brown. Brown gets it back, and they said she slid her foot on the sidelines. Oh, boy, Jerry.
So right a lot of turnovers.
Right in front of her coach. She's not happy about that. So River Ridge has the ball, trailing by 5, 1:40 to go, third quarter. Here's Divinity. Heaven back up, and that is Elliott. Divinity to Soror, to Elliott. Over it goes to, is that Flynn? Yes, it is. Flynn trying to find some space, back to Elliott. High post feed to Day. Day splits the double team, loses the handle, but she's bailed out by a couple of Bulldogs. That'll go on Matthews, her 4th. And the 3rd team foul on North Mason. Baseline inbounds for River Ridge. Elliott will lob it in, and it goes right to Soror. Soror down to Divinity. Divinity drives, puts it up and misses. Rebound pulled down by Green. Green throws it up. It took about 5 steps for Brown. She just couldn't get her feet set.
It was a nice pass to her, though.
Galbraith will step back into the ball game for North Mason, and Matthews will sit down. So you got Galbraith, Green, Youngman, Carstensen, and Brown on the court for North Mason. For River Ridge, it is Flynn with the ball to Day. Now Day has the ball. Soror, Elliott, and I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Oh, it's Balabagno. And she wasn't even involved in that play at all. She didn't touch the ball. Everybody else did.
North Mason's doing a good job of breaking the press.
Elliott tried to throw it in. It's deflected, and Day will track it down for the Hawks. And then her pass is picked off. Here comes Brown off the break. Puts it up short, but drew the foul. So I have 15 turnovers on River Ridge, Jerry, and versus 18 for North Mason. And I didn't see who foul was on. Okay, Flynn. Joanne Flynn picked up her second. And that'll put Leah Brown back at the free throw line. She hit the first one. She's now 2 for 3 at the free throw line. To get one more. Missed the second one. Rebound goes to the baseline, and Balabagno, guarded by Galbraith. She's got to get up to somebody. Oh, did she dribble that? Guess not. Here's Flynn. Nice find to Day. Day can't finish. Rebound is grabbed by Galbraith. She'll get it to Green. Green looking up the court. Keeps her dribbles. Really impressed with her ball handling, Jerry.
Yes, I am too.
And here she is. She's going to stop and pop. She's going to miss. Rebound tracked down in the corner by Flynn, and she threw it off of Youngman's.
Yeah, I've been
leg
impressed by number 10. She takes
Yeah.
the ball to the hoop well, and she does a nice job of helping break the press.
Here comes Flynn. Flynn will lob it over to Day. Day will take a three. Off the bank and in. That was Zanna with her first points of the evening. And, Carstensen just traveled at midcourt, giving the ball back to the Hawks with 0.2 of a second remaining. And inbounds. No, she didn't get it off. Well, we're through 3 quarters. North Mason 41, River Ridge 38. We'll be right back.
Everyone has dreams, but not everyone knows the steps they need to take to get there. At the Community Financial Center, we help members of our community credit union to work toward their dreams. Located inside the Shelton Mountain View branch, the Community Financial Center works with families to help them pursue their short and long-term goals, specializing in comprehensive financial planning, investment advisory services, insurance, and retirement planning. At the Community Financial Center, we work one-on-one with our community credit union members to help them identify their needs and their objectives. Together, we'll develop a set of strategies that seek your success. Isn't it time to set a path to your goals? Set up a free, no-obligation consultation at our community credit union's Community Financial Center. It's your success. We just guide you towards it.
Well, fourth quarter about ready to start. The Hawks will start out with the ball. They have Sroor, Flynn, Day, Elliott, and Balabagno on the court to start the fourth quarter. Bulldogs counter with Brown, Youngman, Carstensen, Galbraith, and Green. Here's Elliott between the circles and tried to feed Sroor at the high post, deflected right back to her. And there is Balabagno trying to go baseline. He ends up stumbling and taking the steps. I think the contact there, Jerry, caused that turnover. That'll be 16 turnovers on the Lady Hawks.
Yeah, the foul should have been called before.
Well, they didn't say it that way, Jerry. Here comes Green the other way. She's going to go coast. I'm sorry, yeah. Missed the layup. Rebound pulled away by Carstensen. Carstensen's playing with 3 personal fouls and a jump ball call. That'll stay with the Bulldogs. 7.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 3-point lead for North Mason. This game started, Jerry, and it looked like it was going to be a runaway by the North Mason team, and then River Ridge battled back and has made it a game. Baseline inbounds Galbraith from the left of the backboard into the corner. Carstensen, she'll fake the 3, step by the defense, put up a long 2. Rebound hits the floor. Galbraith tried to save it out of bounds.
Has River Ridge been in a 2-3 zone most of the game?
You know, I really haven't noticed, but I think so. And what I've noticed in for North Mason, they're in a 2-1-2, it looks like.
Yes.
Here's Elliott trying to get it down low. She'll bounce it to Day up top. Day trying to spread the zone out. Back to Elliott. Quick pass deflected by Green. Green just couldn't keep it in bounds. Her heels on the sideline.
I think the reason why they're in a zone, River Ridge, is that I have not seen North Mason yet shooting from the outside at all. So I think they feel comfortable in cutting down on the North Mason, cutting the North Mason team off from going to the hoop.
So inbounds, Day tried to get it down to Flynn out of bounds. And that'll be 17 turnovers on River Ridge.
In other words, I think the coach is being doing a good job of coaching by putting them in a zone if the girls from North Mason can't shoot from outside.
It's Bulldog ball. Natalie Matthews back in the ball game. However, Sophie Green has it. She'll get it over to Carstensen, throws it down to the baseline, and there is Matthews. Up to Green. 17 on the shot clock. Carstensen in the corner far side, back to Matthews on the baseline to Carstensen. The Natalie's working 2 players and a 3 that's short, out of bounds. It'll be Hawk ball. In the last stoppage of play, Heaven Divinity returned for River Ridge. Here comes Flynn. She'll throw it over to Divinity on the far side. Here's Elliott. Elliott, I thought she was going to pass. She put it on the floor for the dribble. Divinity with a pull-up jumper, no. Rebound goes to Youngman, handed off to Green, and here come the Lady Dogs. 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. Still a 3-point lead for North Mason. Sophie with the ball, lob it to Natalie Matthews. Brown's shot comes up short. Carstensen came away with a rebound. Her putback came out. And here is Youngman. She grabbed the ball, flying Carstensen. 1 dribble turnaround jumper, no. Rebound goes to Divinity. Evan draws a crowd in back court, finds Flynn. Flynn up to Elliott. Elliott stops on the box, puts it up, misses a shot, but drew the foul. And that personal foul will go on Natalie Matthews, and that is 5 on Matthews, fouling out with only 2 points.
I noticed both teams are not squaring up when they're taking their shots. They're rushing their shots, which is unfortunate.
Elliott at the free throw line, hit the first one. That's Jennifer's first point of the ball game. And a lead is now 2 for North Mason. Second free throw rimmed off, and Carstensen comes away with the rebound. She'll get it to Youngman. Rachel finds Brown. Brown trying to get an extra pass to Ritz. Morgan can't handle the pass, and Soror comes away with it for River Ridge. Hawks looking to take the lead here. Timeout called. We'll step aside. 5:18 to go in the ball game. 2-point lead for North Mason.
Dr. Iris Maudet. I'm a pediatrician here at Oakland Bay Pediatrics. So I was born in the Philippines. I grew up in the Philippines. A big part of my medical influence came from my parents. They're both physicians. Mason General offers not just outpatient, but there are inpatient work, nursery work, and our nursery here is very busy, and I like that. I like having newborns. I like seeing them for their well child check. It's important to be seeing them the first 2 years of their life.
.5:18 to go in the ball game. 41 for North Mason, 39 for River Ridge. The Hawks will have the ball coming out of the timeout. You know, we could have watched Coach Wade draw up that play because we were so close to that bench. But you know, we won't do that.
We won't disclose the play.
I didn't really pay much attention to what she was telling her players. Inbounds from the far sideline goes to Flynn. Flynn bounces it to Elliott on the far side corner. She'll dribble out of that corner, trying to get it and stolen away, and then almost stolen back. Yes, Elliott comes away with it, finds Balabagno. Isa with the dribbles, trying to find some space, and with Brown all over. Ooh, Brown reached but no whistle. Here is Flynn. Flynn pops for 2. Oh. Joanne with her 6th point tonight, and it's all tied up at 41.
Exciting ball game.
Here is Green hesitating on the drive. She'll go right to the hoop and draw the foul. What was that, 4:45 was it, approximately? The time of that tie, Jerry? I don't know.
Yes.
Approximately.
And she's taking that ball to the hoop and drawing some good fouls.
It was Elliott picked up her first fourth team foul on River Ridge. Green will hit the first of 2 free throws.
Has she been to the line a lot tonight, Green?
Sophie has, this is her 3rd trip, and she's 1 for 5 at the free throw line. Got the second one, so she's 2 for 6. 4:35 to go in the ball game. 2-point lead for North Mason. River Ridge with the ball. Divinity looking the court over from the far side. She'll get it up top to Elliott. Quick pass out to Flynn. Flynn drives to the box near side, puts it up, misses it. Rebound pulled down by Ritz. Ritz outlet knocked away by Elliott, but it should stay with the Bulldogs. When we're between games, Jerry, I'll clear some space out for you up here.
Oh, thank you.
In the corner. So you don't have to sit down there. Let's see. Divinity stepped out, and it looks like Perez returns and a steal on the inbounds. And here's Elliott to the hoop. Morgan with only her 2nd basket. Timeout called, 4:15 to go, and we're knotted up back up at 43.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Back at North Mason High School, 43 all is our score, 4:15 remaining in this girls' game, the first of a doubleheader between North Mason and River Ridge. It'll be a River Ridge ball coming out of the, no, it's not going to be River Ridge ball, it's going to be North Mason ball coming out of timeout after River Ridge tied the ball game up again. This will be the third tie in the ball game. Carsonson in backcourt to Youngman, and she threw it into the hands of Elliott. Elliott drives the foul line, finds Flynn. Flynn will take the 3 for the lead. No, but right there with the putback is Soror. She draws a foul. The Hawks have not led in this ball game at all, Jerry.
But they have the opportunity now at 2 shots, foul shots.
Ritz call with her 2nd foul. And there is the first lead for Cassidy Soror. Puts the Hawks up 1. Can she make it 2? No. Puts it up 1. Rebound goes to Balabagno, and then she'll find Perez. Still the ball's free. And here's Perez out of the pack. Off the 21st turnover for North Mason. Here's Flynn over to Elliott. Elliott trying to split the double team, gets it into Perez. Perez into the paint, put it up short, but drew yet another foul on North Mason. That'll be the 7th team foul. I don't see who the foul was on. Oh, Carsonson picked up her 4th as Cassidy hit her first free throw. She'll get 1 more. And the Hawks are up 2. Make it 3. 46-43. 3:35 to go in the ball game. Here's Green trying to push the pace up to Ritz. Had to save it. Goes to Carsonson. Now Brown back to Youngman. Youngman over to Green. Into the pace to Youngman. Blocked but fouled, and that should go on Jennifer Elliott, her 2nd. That'll be the 8th team foul, 8th team foul on River Ridge. Rachel Youngman at the free throw line. Got the first one to spin in, giving her 11 points, cutting the lead down to 2. 3:23 to go in the game. Missed the second one. Rebound pulled down by Perez for River Ridge. Finds Flynn. Up it goes to Oh, nice pass down to Balabagno. She missed it, got her own rebound. She put it back up and missed it again. A rebound tracked down by Ritz in the corner, finds Green. Green will throw it all the way up, finds Youngman off the glass and in. Rachel fortunate to grab that ball off the deflection, and we're tied at 46.
Nice assist by number 10.
High post feed to Perez, draws a crowd. She'll dribble out of that crowd. Over to Flynn. Flynn at the top of the key. She'll lob it to Perez. Kim drives, takes 2 big steps to the side of the paint, missed the shot. Rebound Karstensen for North Mason. Tie ball game at 46, 2.5 minutes to go. Here comes Karstensen, going to go coast to coast, high off the glass. Wow. Natalie with what, her first basket in the 4th quarter. She has 11 points. Here's Elliott for River Ridge, trying to go baseline, knocked out of bounds by Green. Baseline inbounds for the Hawks. Elliott will trigger the play. Nearly in the 3-point corner. Gets it in to Flynn. Flynn will dribble around and to set the high post feed to Perez. Steps back beyond the side of the paint, finds Flynn. Flynn bounces it to Balabagno. She'll fake the shot, drives to the baseline, put it up and in, and the foul. Issa coming alive here late, Jerry. She has 14 points. And Sophie Green picked up her 2nd. And that's the 7th team foul on North Mason. Issa is 0 for 6 at the free throw line. She got that one. I take it it's her family to our left, Jerry, or to our right, Jerry, making all the noise. Here comes Green. River Ridge with a 1-point lead. Green going coast to coast, missed the layup. Rebound goes to Ritz. She'll lose it to Elliott. Elliott finds Perez in backcourt and then gets it to Flynn. 49-48, 1:40 to go in the ball game. River Ridge with the lead in the ball. Here's Flynn in the midcourt circle, trying to draw out the defense. Throws it over to Elliott. Elliott to the 3-point arc, looking for Balabagno. Over to Perez. Back to Elliott. Elliott open for 3. She'll take it. She'll rim it off. Rebound pulled down by Ritz. Ritz's outlet is deflected, but Brown smartly comes to get the ball. And then Brown traveled. 22 turnovers on North Mason, Jerry. And 9 of those here in the half. Inbounds goes to Perez from the far sidelines. Into the corner it goes to Flynn. Flynn open for 3. She'll take it. No. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Soror. And it'll be Bulldog ball. Trailing by 1. 1:08 to go. Ritz, Karstensen, Green, Brown, and Youngman on the court for North Mason. Karstensen has the ball. Still in back court. There's the 10 count, but they aren't calling that tonight. And Sophie with a nice pass to Ritz. She blew the layup. Rebound goes to Soror. Under a minute to go here.
Yeah, just not using that backboard.
Flynn will lob it up to Elliott. Elliott down to Balabagno and is knocked out of bounds by Green. 38.4 seconds remain in the game. River Ridge with a 1-point lead. Timeout on the court. We'll be right back.
This tuna can looks like it's ready to be recycled, but is it? Let's shine a light on this perplexing mystery of modern-day recycling. Let's look closer. Oh yeah, this can of tuna is not empty or clean, so it's not recyclable. But all you gotta do is empty it out, give it a rinse, and then it's ready for the wonderful bin of recyclability. Do the right recycling thing. Empty, clean, dry. It matters.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. Join the likes of Hood Canal Communications, our community credit union, and Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics in supporting student athletes. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
River Ridge ball coming out of the timeout. 38.4 seconds remain with a 1-point lead. Elliott will trigger the play to the right of the backboard. Looks it in, bounces it into Flynn. Flynn will dribble up top, hold the ball. There is about a 20-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Oh, Green comes away with a steal. That's big. Up the far sidelines. Going to go to the baseline. Lost the handle. Ball goes to the floor and jump ball. I think that'll go over to River Ridge. It sure does. I have 18 turnovers on River Ridge, 23 on North Mason. The Hawks have the lead in the ball. 22.3 seconds remain. Perez will run the inbounds. Bulldogs going to go full court, player-to-player press. Inbounds goes to Flynn. Flynn tripped up but no whistle. Flynn bumping bodies, crossing midcourt. She's going to go coast to coast. Nope, she's going to dink it to Issa. Issa puts it up and in! Balabagno with the 3-point, creates a 3-point lead for for River Ridge. What a game, Jerry.
Nice assist by number 11.
That's Joanne Flynn. I thought Flynn was going to go coast to coast, but she spotted Issa on the box. Nice pass. And the lead is 3 with 11 seconds remaining. Like I said, Jerry, early on, North Mason had a 6-point lead in the first quarter. We then increased that to 10 early in the second. And River Ridge battled back, tied it in the second quarter. And then that was about a 5-point margin throughout until this last run. And the Hawks up 3 with 11 seconds remaining. Just where they want to be, I would imagine.
Well, they make this foul shot. It's going to be...
it's not a foul, Jerry.
No foul?
It's a made basket, so it'll be a North Mason ball. They got to go the length of the court in 11 seconds.
There was no...
no foul. It was just the points and a timeout.
Okay, gotcha.
Carsonson inbounds it to Green. Green bobbled it, comes away with it. Sophie to the top of the key, stops, pops for 3. Yes! Tie ball game. And we're going to overtime. Wow is right, Jerry. You glad you came early?
I am very glad. Wow.
We're going to head to OT. I'm really impressed. This is a really
good
spectacular game here. And
I was watching her feet. I was watching her feet to see if she was over the line, but
well,
they're not going to call it.
The referees are right there. It's hard from our angle to see where those toes were anyways, but she hit it at the buzzer. We're going to head to overtime. And I'm going to do some quick scoring while we reset. I think we'll step aside. We'll be right back.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
We head to overtime, so we'll tip it off. It'll be Karstensen and Swore in mid-court to get the extra period, the extra 4 minutes underway, 51 all. Ball's tipped up, and Karstensen taps it into their front court. And Ritz got away with a travel, but she threw the ball into the hands of Flynn. And Flynn's going to come up. Quick pass up to Elliott. Elliott on the baseline, dribbles out. Bounces back to Flynn. Over it goes to Perez. Perez faked middle, goes baseline on the drive. She'll lob it to Sroor. Sroor has 7 on the shot clock. Got to do something. Ritz got away with a foul, and the ball is tapped and stolen away. Ritz and throws it right back to Elliott. So a reset of the shot clock in a non-traditional way, Jerry. And here is Flynn to reset for River Ridge. Tie ball game, first possession. Technically, not so. Nice pass, but it's deflected. And a turnover, not quite. Oh, Perez came away with the ball, puts it up under the basket, drew the foul. Again, she was too far under. I don't think she had a chance to get it in.
I don't think she did either.
And that'll go on the Rachel Youngman, her second. 8 team fouls on both teams. So Perez hits the first free throw. She is 3 for 3, has 4 points, or 5 points, excuse me. Oh, I jinxed her. Rebound pulled down by Green for North Mason. Green crosses midcourt into the corner, looking for her shot, I think. She's still on the dribble, drives baseline, bounces it to Youngman. Youngman, baseline jumper goes in.
Nice assist by Green.
Rachel with 15 points. River Ridge with a 1-point lead, 2:40 to go here in overtime. Elliott bounces, trying to get it down to Balabagno. It goes off her leg, and Perez tracked it down. Perez throws one up, draws a foul with 6 on the shot clock. I don't think she was going to even come close to that basket. And that'll go on Aaliyah Brown. That's her 3rd. Oh, they're going to call it her 4th. Yeah, that's her 4th, I'm sorry. 9th team foul. Perez back to the free throw line. She got the first one. She'll get one more.
How's Perez doing on her foul shooting?
She
Pretty
is
good.
now 4 for 5.
Okay.
She'll hit the second one. She has 7 points. River Ridge up 1, excuse me. Here comes Green. I was confused, Jerry. I had it reversed in my head for some reason. There's a foul on the dribble, and this will put Sophie Green at the free throw line.
Foul on 45.
Okay, that'll be Balabagno with her 3rd. So the Green has first end of a 1-and-1. She hit the front end. She'll get another one. Tying the ball game back up. She missed it. Rebound. Ritz had it, but actually Perez came away with it. Jump ball called. And that will go over to River Ridge. 2:15 to go in overtime. And it is blue ball there.
Yeah, looking at the arrow.
Yeah, Rachel Youngman was set to inbounds it for North Mason. Here comes Flynn. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. She's going to drive. Split the double team to the hoop and in, and the foul.
Nice drive by number 11.
Joanne just saw the seam, put it in. Okay, Natalie Carsonson just fouled out.
Carson's played a good game from what I've seen.
Finishes with 11 points. Flynn way off on the free throw. Plus it was a lane violation. 2-point lead for River Ridge. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go in overtime. Inbounds will go to Ritz. Ritz will step across midcourt and hand it back to Green. And they're going to call it over and back on that one. And Coach Getty doesn't like that call at all. And that was untimely turnover on that part. 26 turnovers on the Lady Bulldogs, Jerry. Let's check the tape on that one, see if she was actually.
Yeah, I didn't think she did.
Well, we have an odd angle, so we really couldn't be of much help either way. Here is Flynn losing the handle on the ball out of bounds. So that's 20 turnovers on River Ridge. 2-point lead for the visiting Hawks in overtime. 1:45 to go. Sophie Green sent this game to overtime, and she has the ball. She's looking for some space, guarded by Flynn. Back and forth, steps back for 3 at the top. That's off. Rebound. Elliott had it, lost it, got it back. Goes to the ground, tied up by Galbraith. That should stay with the Bulldogs. Minute and a half to go in overtime. It's a good thing they scheduled the boys' game for 6:30, Jerry. I didn't think that they would need that extra time.
Yeah.
Galbraith will baseline inbounds, get it in. Oh, it's stolen away by Soror. She'll throw it up, and it's picked off by Brown. Brown gets it up to Youngman, back to Brown. Brown to the hoop. It goes in. And we're tied up again at 56. 1:14 to go in OT. Here's Flynn trying to get by Green, guarding her tightly. Gets by her, loses the handle on the ball, goes to the floor. Still has control, shuffles it to the top of the key. Balabagno with a move into the paint, loses the handle. Galbraith ripped it away. Throws it over to Brown. Brown up to Green. Green crosses midcourt. Wide open for three. She'll take it. Missed that one. Galbraith had the rebound, lost it out of bounds. It'll go over to River Ridge. Could we see double overtime here, Jerry?
We could see it. Yeah.
I'm sure not if Joanne Flynn has anything to say about it. She's kind of taking this game into her hands. Green stabbed at it, poked it away, but it goes over to Elliott. Elliott bounces it over to Perez. Perez pull-up jumper, short. Got her own rebound, puts it back up, and in. Kim Perez with 5 points in the OT. She's got all of River Ridge's points and a full timeout called. 20.8 seconds remain in the overtime. 2-point lead for River Ridge. North Mason will have the ball when we come back.
I'm Dr. Amy Maurer. I work at Olympic Physicians currently for Mason General Hospital, but we will obviously all be working for Mason Clinic here in the upcoming months. One of the things that drew me to Mason General was the fact that they're, right out the gate, their mission statement was we put patients first. And that has always been my philosophy, and that has always been my approach to medicine and to patient care. I feel like the best medicine is accomplished when you put patients first, because then you're always motivated to do the right thing and to do the best for the patient.
.8 seconds remain in this ball game, in the overtime, I should say. North Mason will have the ball coming out of the timeout. River Ridge with the 2-point lead. Coming into this game, Jerry, I didn't expect this to be this tight. I figured one team would just explode on the other one, and it looked that way early, but I was so wrong, and I'm glad I'm wrong.
Are both teams' records about the same?
Let's see. River Ridge 2-7, North Mason 4-4. Here comes Green, center of the court. Looking for her shot at the top of the key. Draws a crowd. Fouled on the floor, but it's 1-1. Actually, it's going to be 2 shots. So Sophie Green can tie the ball game up at the free throw line. And that will be Kim Perez's 5th personal foul. She has 2, 4, 9 points for the Hawks. 5 of those in overtime, Jerry. So Sophie Green at the free throw line. She got the first one. She'll get one more. 10.3 seconds remain. She can tie the ball game up with a second free throw. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Soror. Soror is going to
got a foul.
They're going to run it out here. Soror doing a great job of avoiding the foul, and then finally Sophie Green picks up her 4th. And we'll head over to this end of the court for 2 free throws.
Yeah, she did a real nice job of staying away from the North Mason girls and ran some good time off.
Cassidy is just 15 points. She is 5 for 6 at the free throw line, make it 6 for 7. And a timeout call by Coach Getty. It's going to be full. I think that's all they have left. Yeah, it is. We'll step aside for a little bit. We'll be right back.
Since 1941, our community credit union has been focused on our members and helping you achieve your financial goals. At OCCU, we offer personal, mortgage, home equity, and business loans to meet your needs. Our top priority remains the same, providing personal, professional caring service to our members.
Helping people is very gratifying. To be able to say I work at a place that does that.
You're not even going to let me finish my commercial, Jerry. Not to do that the next opportunity. Almost 3 seconds remain in the ball game. 2-point lead for River Ridge. And Kim Perez can give the Hawks, I'm sorry, it's not Kim Perez, it's Soror, Cassidy Soror, can put it up 3, and she does.
Got to make a three-pointer now for North Mason.
Cole with a long inbounds. It's deflected, knocked out of bounds. 1.3 seconds remain. It stays with North Mason. Enough time to catch and shoot, Jerry.
Well,
barely, but enough time, and then a 30-second timeout will be called. Oh, look at the smiles on the Hawks' faces, Jerry. They're pretty happy about this.
Yes, they are.
At least most of them. Heaven Divinity, not so much, but Joanne Flynn. Yeah. So
they still have time to catch it,
square up
take
and
a shot.
Shoot. Yeah. Sure, you're going to see Sophie Green come off a screen on the inbounds for a three. I mean, she sent it to overtime on a three. Though she works better when she's in motion off the dribble rather than off a pass. So Cole inbounds it from the sidelines. Youngman. Green is the far player on the far sidelines, guarded by Flynn. Got Ritz and Brown out there as well for North Mason. So keep your eye on the player on the far side. She's the one that's moving. The furthest player, Cole, fakes the pass, gets it into. Oh! Oh, they're going to call a foul on the attempted three-pointer to tie the ball game. So Sophie Green will be at the free throw line. With no time. 3 free throws. She has to hit all 3 of them. Unfortunately, she's not shooting too good from the line, Jerry. She's 4 for 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 4 for 10. Is that right? 2, 4, 6,
well, she's
8,
been
10.
to the line a lot because she does take the ball to the hoop.
Right.
Very well.
She's got 3 free throws to try and send this game into a double overtime. She hits the first one. She'll get 2 more. No time on the clock. She has to sink them all, and all eyes are on her right now. No, that'll be, she'll get 1 more.
What an exciting ball game.
They call it on that one. So, unfortunately, the final in overtime, if you're a Bulldog fan, they fall to River Ridge 60-58. Hard fought, come from behind win for the Lady Hawks here in Belfair tonight. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap this game up. Then we'll get set for the boys matchup that comes up at 6:30. So we're right on time, and we'll get you a better seat here in a moment. We'll be back in just a moment.
Since 1941, our community credit union has been focused on our members and helping you achieve your financial goals. At OCCU, we offer personal, mortgage, home equity, and business loans to meet your needs. Our top priority remains the same, providing personal, professional caring service to our members.
Helping people is very gratifying. To be able to say I work at a place that does that every single day, I'm very proud to be a part of that.
Become a member and become part of a growing, diversified family.
When you call OCCU, you get a live person, not a recording. Call representatives like me are truly here for you.
Dedicated to our community, last year OCCU employees volunteered over 1,700 hours to 43 service groups, schools, and community events. For over 20 years, we've been awarded the highest rating from Bauer Financial, the nation's leading bank, rating, and research firm. Come see the difference and give OCCU an opportunity to earn your trust.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner.
Join the likes of Hood Canal Communications, our community credit union, and Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics in supporting student athletes. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Sorry about that noise, folks. Well, it's a final after the first game went to overtime with River Ridge pulling out the come-from-behind win in overtime, 60-58. They did it behind, get this, Jerry, Cassidy Soror and Isa Balabagno. Each had 17 points. Let's see here, 9 for Kim Perez, 8 for Joanne Flynn, 3 apiece for Azaana Day and Heaven Divinity. For the Lady Bulldogs, in their losing effort, they did have 4 players in double digits, led by Aaliyah Brown, 16 points. Rachel Youngman had 15, 12 for Sophie Green, including the 3 that sent the game to overtime. 11 for Natalie Karstensen, 4 for Morgan Ritz, and a basket for Natalie Matthews. So the girls' final goes into overtime. Lady Bulldogs dropped to 5-4. The Lady Hawks improved to 3-7. So, gotta get to the right page. I'm confusing myself here.
Do you have any set sheets?
I do. Just let me wrap this up,
I'm sorry.
And we'll get to it in a minute here.
Apologize.
So next up for North Mason, they return to Olympic League play Tuesday at Bremerton. River Ridge hosts Stillicum Tuesday in South Puget Sound League action. So that'll do it for the girls' game as the River Ridge Lady Hawks come from behind and pull out the win in overtime, 60-58. The boys are on the court warming up, or at least North Mason boys are on the court warming up. Haven't seen River Ridge yet. And we'll talk about that matchup next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. So stick around. We will be back with that boys matchup shortly, and I have to get my right graphics out. And Jerry will be joining me for the broadcast, so stand by.
This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being made possible by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics, now known as Mason Health. United community, empowered people, exceptional health. And our community credit union. Community is in our name and in the work we do every day.
Well, welcome back to North Mason High School for the second game of our doubleheader between River Ridge and North Mason. So let's talk about the boys' matchup. The Bulldogs come into the game with a 2-8 record and have lost their last 3 games, including a 46-40 loss to Charles Wright Academy in the North Mason Holiday Invitational at Hawkins Middle School last Saturday. The Hawks are 5-4 on the season and are coming off of last night's 77-61 loss to Clover Park. This will be the third meeting between River Ridge and North Mason. The Hawks took the 2 previous games with the boys from Belfair. The last meeting was on February 12, 2015 in the first round of the Class 2A West Central District playoffs when River Ridge racked up a 93-47 victory. Prior to that, the Hawks beat North Mason in the first round of the Class 2A state tournament 42-34 on March 9, 2009. Interestingly enough, North Mason coach Brett Skogstad played in that game in the Yakima Sun Dome, and if I remember correctly, I actually did a radio broadcast for that game way back 10 years ago. Well, almost 10 years ago. You have anything to add to that, Jerry?
I don't. Right now, I don't.
Okay, well, let's see here. Coming up on the Our Community Credit Union Between Games show, we're going to call it, we will have starting lineups. I was going to talk to Brett Skogstad about what he remembers of the state tournament back 10 years ago, but he's kind of focused on this game, trying to get his team right. I did have a brief conversation, missing one of their swing players due to illness, but everybody else is pretty much healthy. So we'll get into starting lineups in a moment, as it's the boys high school basketball, the River Ridge Hawks at the North Mason Bulldogs next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Hold on a second, Jerry. We'll be back.
Life's just more fun with fast, reliable Wi-Fi. You can stream, share, game, try something new. But weak Wi-Fi spoils the fun. That's why you need managed Wi-Fi from Hood Canal Communications. The right equipment, professionally installed in all the right places, keeps your Wi-Fi powered party streaming strong. Call or visit Hood Canal online to upgrade your Wi-Fi today.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics now offers 3D mammograms. The new Selenia Dimensions 3D mammography system in the Diagnostic Imaging Department at MGH has ergonomic design for patient comfort, provides up to 40% reduction in false positive recalls, has a proven 41% increase in detection of invasive breast cancer, is FDA approved, and is superior to 2D mammography. Call today to schedule your mammogram.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics, equal opportunity provider, translation services provided.
I'm Dr. Alexandra Rhodes. I work at Oakland Bay Pediatrics. My specialty is pediatrics. I wanted to be a doctor because I really love taking care of babies. My dad was a doctor and I was always in the hospital, and I volunteered in a hospital as a baby cuddler for a little over a year, and I really loved it. And I think I just always knew that I kind of wanted to be a pediatrician. I went to Washington University in St. Louis for college, and then Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland for medical school.
Well, we are back here at North Mason High School. They added more time on the clock. I'm not really sure exactly why, although River Ridge did come out a little late. It was like 12 minutes on the clock when they came out of the locker room. North Mason had been out pretty much since the end of the girls' game, so I think that's just to accommodate proper warm-up. I saw that the referees were talking to both coaches. You know, extra, 4 minutes I think is what they, or 2 minutes they added to the clock, or maybe more. So we have some time to kill here, Jerry. So let's talk about that girls' game really quick. It was quite a thrilling end. Came down to a 3 at the buzzer in regulation and went to overtime, and then the Lady Hawks just muscled it out, I would say. They came away with a pretty stout win, hitting 5 of 6 free throws, or 5 of 7 free throws in the overtime.
Yeah, I think one of the things that hurt North Mason in the overtime is when Carson fouled out, and it made it a little bit easier for the River Ridge girls to get some inside baskets.
Right.
And she played a pretty good defense. I was watching her.
Yeah. It was quite a fun game to call, actually, in the end. It started really slow, looked like it was going to be one-sided, and then it just became a game in the third quarter. As North Mason had a 10-point lead in the second, and River Ridge just battled back. And, you know, they came from 10 down and they actually went up by 3 in the fourth quarter, and then that 3 at the buzzer, which some are debating was actually a 3, but you know, it's not our call from the stands, Jerry. It's the guys in the stripes. Whether they're right or wrong, that's what actually stands. It's what they say. And if you look at it one way, it makes it exciting when you take that 3. And the Lady Bulldogs did have a chance to force a second overtime with 3 free throws. Unfortunately, Sophie Green hit the first one and then missed the next one, and then they just said, we're done. So no point in
shooting the third one.
Yeah, the third one. And chances are, because Sophie looked really tired, and she wasn't shooting very well from the free throw line.
And she got bumped pretty hard there in the fourth quarter. I could tell she was holding her eye or her head there for a little while.
Yeah.
So she was definitely hurt, or playing hurt.
So Jerry, they're going to turn out the lights to do the starting lineup. So let's get into it right now. And you have the starters for River Ridge.
I
correct?
do.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, Diedrich. And now your starting lineups for the River Ridge Hawks. At one guard, a sophomore, number 3, Tyler No. At the other guard for River Ridge, a junior, number 4, Darius Wilson. At one forward for the Hawks, a freshman, number 13, Isaiah Howard. At the other forward for the River Ridge Hawks, a senior, number 2, Michael Pahe. And round out your starting lineup tonight for River Ridge at 6'5", a senior, number 1, Derek Carroll.
For the Bulldogs, there's standard starting 5. John Beatty, a 5'10" senior guard. Joe Crosswhite, a 5'9" senior guard. Reed Williams, a 5'6" junior guard. Miller Campbell, a 6'2" senior forward. And Ryan Cruikshank, a 6'3" junior center. So it's Carroll, Pahe, No, Wilson, and Howard for the Hawks. Beatty, Crosswhite, Williams, Campbell, and Cruikshank for North Mason. Well, we're going to take a timeout while they do the starting lineups here because they turn off the lights and they have the spotlight in the middle, and it's really hard for us to do anything else. We'll be back with the tip-off.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet, too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Since 1941, our community credit union has been focused on our members and helping you achieve your financial goals. At OCCU, we offer personal, mortgage, home equity, and business loans to meet your needs. Our top priority remains the same, providing personal, professional caring service to our members.
Helping people is very gratifying. To be able to say I work at a place that does that every single day, I'm very proud to be a part of that.
Become a member and become part of a growing, diversified family.
When you call OCCU, you get a live person, not a recording. Call representatives like me are truly here for you.
Dedicated to our community, last year OCCU employees volunteered over 1,700 hours to 43 service groups, schools, and community events. For over 20 years, we've been awarded the highest rating from Bauer Financial, the nation's leading bank, rating, and research firm. Come see the difference and give OCCU an opportunity to earn your trust.
Well, we're back here at North Mason High School. The last of the lineups being announced here. You know, this should be a very exciting game, Jerry. River Ridge always brings a very athletic team, and they're exciting to watch. So, hello, Mr. Whitehead. Didn't recognize him in the dark. Deputy prosecutor for the county, Tim Whitehead. And to say, come over. Oh, you know, they always come up to me when I'm on the air every time. It doesn't matter. So here we are for the Bulldogs and the Hawks. Well, there's the lights. Didn't that just shock you a little bit? So again, you got Carroll, Pahe, Wilson, and Howard for the Hawks. Beatty, Crosswhite, Williams, Campbell, and Crookshank for the Bulldogs. Crookshank will face off against Carroll. So 6'3" versus 6'5". The North Mason team has lost their last, the last 5 games have come down to the final possession as, the Hawks come away with the tip-off, and Beatty steals it back. And here comes Williams. Williams lobs it down to Crookshank. Crookshank to the hoop, off the glass and in. And North Mason strikes first. Driving baseline is missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Williams. Here comes Reed the other way. Finds Beatty. Beatty to the baseline. Fade away. Hits it. North Mason well rested. They haven't played for a week. River Ridge played last night. Here's Wilson. Over to Carroll. Carroll lobs it down to Pahe. Pahe will bounce it to No over to Howard. Howard will leave it there for Wilson. Wilson lost the handle. Who's going to get to it first? It's Beatty. Beatty going to the hoop, reverses his direction and has it blocked, but recovered by Crookshank up and in, and quickly 6-0, but the scoreboard hasn't been updated at all.
No.
That's because we don't have a scorer. We're missing a scorer at the table. Here's No. Over to Wilson. Over it goes to Howard. Howard drives baseline, put up an air ball. Rebound goes to Williams. Williams up to Crosswhite. Crosswhite coming back the other way for North Mason. Finds Miller. Campbell, that is. Get it to Beatty. Beatty off the screen, and Beatty turned the ball over. And we know that it's very complicated to run those score clocks, isn't it, Jerry?
Yeah, Paul Thompson from Shelton does a great job.
Spencer,
you have 6-0?
Yes, 6-0. Spencer Pruitt usually runs things, and I'm wondering where he is. Oh, a cross-court pass, and a fadeaway into paint off by Pahe. Rebound knocked away, grabbed by, let's see here. Richard Thomas checked in the ballgame. I didn't even see him come to the scorer's table.
So Cruikshank has 2 baskets, and who has the other one?
John Beatty, number 1.
Thank you.
Inbounds quickly goes to Thomas, excuse me. He'll get it up top, and around it goes to Carroll. Carroll holds the ball over his head. Big guy with it at the top. And over to Howard. Into the corner, here's Pahe. Pahe, 1 dribble, throws it up top. Carroll with a faked 3, near side. Shot clock is off, so I'm not really sure what we're doing with that either. And boy, there's a lot of Xavier Thomas. There it goes to Pahe. Pahe swings it over. And up top it goes to Carroll. Carroll, runner into paint, in and out. Rebound to Miller Campbell. I guess since we don't have a score, must have some issues with the clock here. Crosswhite, wearing number 11 today, hit the fadeaway. That's interesting. Joe Scott, they got me all confused here.
Crosswhite is number 11?
Crosswhite is number 11. That's not Jason Dyer, I can tell you that, or Dyer. So we have a timeout. They are having some issues with the clock, the scoreboard actually, and they're going to probably reset it on us. We do have a timeout, so it's 8-0, an 8-0 run to open the game for North Mason. And I don't remember what, 5:26 to go in the first.
Yeah, and I have North Mason shooting 4 for 5, but I think I missed one shot there.
This is about right, Jerry.
That's pretty darn good, 80% already.
Out of the box, and now we lost the clock altogether. I see that Mark Swafford.
And I'm surprised that they haven't stopped the game and just give the officials the time.
Okay, we're going to suspend the game at the moment. So I think we'll take a timeout. We'll be back. Hopefully we'll be resuming play once we do.
Good.
Looks like we got everything fixed here. Well, almost. There we go. They actually made it 5:27 in the first. 8-0 North Mason on top. We got everything back running, except for the shot clock still not working, but it's there. Here's Carroll with the ball for River Ridge. Swing it over to, was Thomas. Yeah, Richard Thomas. Bounce it to Pahe. Try to get a feed down low to Xavier Thomas, who's in the ball game. It's deflected out. And the Hawks are around the perimeter. 3 on the way by Carroll. It's off. Rebound pulled down by Thomas. Richard hits the jumper. And that ends the drought for River Ridge. Up it goes to Beatty. Beatty back to Williams. Williams on the drive. Swing it over to Crosswhite. To Campbell. To Beatty. Up top to Williams. Williams drives to the foul line, bounces to Beatty. Beatty takes the 3 and hits it. 5 points for John. It's a 9-point lead for North Mason. We've got everything working now for sure. So Richard Thomas. Swing it over to No, back to Richard Thomas. Bounce it to Carroll. And here's Pahe. Back over to Richard Thomas. And a 3 on the way by Carroll. In. Notice the Bulldogs are in a zone, so it's going to open things up for the outside. North Mason a little oversized. Beatty loses the ball. And then it goes right back to Williams. Williams double pumps to the hoop, draws the foul. So I guess you're going to go 2 turnovers on each team. Is
Yes,
that right,
that
Jerry?
is correct.
Okay,
2 turnovers each.
Okay. All right, so you've got Reed Williams at the free throw line for North Mason. Julian Betancourt will step onto the court for North Mason, replacing Joe Crosswhite. And also in there is Christopher Seyfrith. Williams hit the first free throw. We'll get 1 more. 3:50 to go, first quarter. Oh, missed it. Rebound pulled down by a number 5. I do not have a number 5, Jerry.
Who was the last foul on for River Ridge?
I have no idea at this point. So Cruikshank will step back in for North Mason. So we have a number 5 for River Ridge, and I have no name for him. This is Xavier Thomas to Richard Thomas. Over to 5. 5 drives baseline, cut off. Here's Richard Thomas with the ball over to 5. 5 fakes the baseline, dribbles up top. Hand it off to Carroll. Carroll drives side of the paint. 2 big steps to the side of the paint. Missed the shot. Seyfrith with the rebound. And here comes Williams. Williams up to Betancourt. Betancourt, big steps, bangs bodies off the glass. They're going to call a block. Did they count the bucket? Or did they miss that?
Foul was on number 5.
Yeah, I got that. So they count the bucket for Betancourt and the foul. And 2 team fouls on River Ridge. And stepping onto the court, Ethan Collins for North Mason as Betancourt completed the 3-point play. Here comes 5. We'll try to figure out who that is. It's not on the roster. He has the ball at the 3-point arc. He's going to drive in and kick it to the outside. This is Howard. Up to Carroll, back to 5. Xavier finds No with a little jumper at the foul line. And it's an 8-point lead for North Mason. Comes Williams. Williams gets a screen, bounces it over to Collins. He'll hit a 3. And the lead is 11. Largest of the night. Here's Carroll, the big man, bringing the ball up. Hands it off to Howard, Isaiah Howard. Stops at the top to 5. 5 up, fakes to swing it over to No. No will dribble, penetrate, and get it back to 5. There's Carroll opposite side. Howard, cross court it goes. Runner rimmed off, rebound tapped out by the Hawks. Here's Betancourt at midcourt. Hesitates. Throws to the trailer. Williams. Williams takes the 3 from the elbow. Rims off. Rebound. Cruikshank right back up and in. Cruikshank with 6 points.
3 for 3 from the field.
Helps when you're right there next to the basket, doesn't it, Jerry?
Yep.
It's a 13-point lead for North Mason. Under 2 minutes to go here, first quarter. Gonna track down number 5's name. He had the ball. There's Carroll. 3 in the corner. Hits it. That's his second 3 in the quarter. And the lead is 10. Here's Williams. Williams to Betancourt, back to Williams. Working at midcourt. High post feed to Cruikshank. Cruikshank almost had it nearly stolen away. Here's Betancourt. Betancourt draws a double team with a big hop step in the middle. Missed the shot, got his own rebound. 1 dribble back up, swatted from behind by Carroll. Recovered by 5. Here comes River Ridge. Into the middle, down to Carroll. Carroll swatted by Betancourt, out of bounds. So Betancourt jawing with Carroll. Connor Calzado steps onto the court for River Ridge. Miller Campbell will return for North Mason, as does Joe Crosswhite.
At the present time, I don't see River Ridge having any inside game.
I think it's because of the zone that the Bulldogs have been putting out there. Looks like they're a man right now. And no, it looks like they switched back to a zone. Here's Calzado over to Xavier Thomas. He's going to be bumped and fouled by Ethan Collins. His first. That's first foul on North Mason. Baseline inbounds for the for the Hawks. 5 will trigger the play. From the left of the backboard, he'll bounce it into Carroll in the corner near side. Get it up to Xavier Thomas. Now to Calzado. 5 on the side of the paint, spins baseline, trying to get by the big man of Crookshank. Extra pass in the middle to Xavier Thomas. Ball still free. Who's going to corral it? The ball comes free. Carroll had it, saves it over to Calzado. He'll drive baseline, get it up to Carroll. Carroll in the corner to Calzado. He'll put up a little one hook. It falls short, and there's batting. They're batting the ball around, and we got a whistle under the basket. I think it'll go on Calzado. It does. It's his first. The way he was walking out of that pack. No, it went on 30, excuse me. It's not Calzado, it's Xavier Thomas, not 32, it's 30. I'm getting confused. There's so many different numbers out there, Jerry, I'm confused. Williams will bounce it over to Crosswhite. Crosswhite crosses mid-court, gets it to Williams at mid-court. Top of the key, drives to the near side, finds Collins in and out on the 3. Rebound goes to Carroll. Carroll will put it on the floor and bring it up. There's 5 in the far corner. Here's Carroll. Carroll take another 3, and he'll hit it. That's his third 3 in the quarter.
He's keeping them into the ball game a little bit.
Yeah, lead down to 7. It was as much as 13. Here's Campbell, 4 to Williams. To Campbell in the paint, drives to the bucket, stripped of the ball, and the quarter runs out. Down by 13. River Ridge Hawk pull within 7. It's 20-13 after 1.
So my name is Michelle Hamilton. I'm a family physician working at Shelton Family Medicine. So I went into family medicine because I like taking care of the entire family. I really like taking care of children. I'm interested in women's health and then also in geriatrics. And family medicine is really the only specialty where you can take care of the whole family. In Mason General, just everybody was incredibly friendly. It seemed like it was a really close-knit community. The staff had worked here a long time. It seemed like everyone was really focused on giving good care and putting patients first.
Waiting for the start of the second quarter, 20-13. North Mason had a 13-point lead briefly in the first quarter. They blasted out to an 8-0 lead to start the game. Then we had that extra timeout to fix the clock, and I think that worked into River Ridge's benefit. The Bulldogs will have the ball coming out of the timeout between quarters. They have Collins, Campbell, Crosswhite, Williams, and Crookshank on the court. For River Ridge, let's see here. Richard Thomas, Carroll is out. Calzado is in, working with 5. Howard, and I got another guy to track down. Oh boy, Williams was wide open in the paint. Nobody saw him. Now I get it to Crookshank. Crookshank to the bucket, put it up short, but they're going to call an offensive foul on Crookshank, his first second-team foul. Inbounds goes, wait a minute, hold on. I think Brett Skogstad was talking to the referee down there.
And now they're going with a 2-2-1
2-2-1
press.
press, yeah. Calzado with it in the sidelines. They just beat the clock, Jerry. No, we'll get it over to Calzado. And this is Thomas. 15 on the shot clock. Quick passes and it's deflected, stolen away. Chan's Dowdy in there for River Ridge. Here's Crosswhite with the ball. He'll look it to Campbell. Campbell to Crookshank. Quick pass to Williams. Extra pass to Collins. Collins will take the 3 from the elbow and hits it. Second 3 in the ball game. No works it to Dowdy. Dowdy crossing midcourt. 10-point lead for North Mason. River Ridge with the ball. Calzado into the corner to No. Back to Calzado. And another steal by the Bulldogs. Here is, well, Collins couldn't quite get possession. They do call the turnover as it goes back. No, look out to the corner. Thomas, he's fouled on the drive. So I've completely lost track of turnovers, Jerry.
I have 4 turnovers for North Mason and 3 for River Ridge so far.
All right, I'm there. All right, so Michael Pahe will step back onto the court for River Ridge. John Beatty in for North Mason.
And the foul was on?
I didn't see. Didn't pay attention. We'll have to just.
Yep.
Doesn't matter, Jerry. We'll figure it out later on. Here, Richard Thomas will launch along 2, miss the shot, and they're going to get Michael Pahe for a push-off. So it's the 4th team foul on.
That last foul on North Mason was on Collins. That's his second. That's why he's sitting out for a little bit.
Okay, so here comes Crosswhite to Crookshank, up and in. Crookshank at 6'3", having his way. Now the 6'5" player, and Carroll is out. 5 will have the ball. Into the corner, it goes to Richard Thomas. Into the corner, that's his Pahe. Pahe lost the handle, and here's Crookshank with the ball. And
yeah, I'm impressed with Crookshank. 4 for 5 from the field.
Williams with the ball between the circles over to Beatty. Beatty looking for the side of the paint. Seifert is back in there. Beatty will dribble, hook it in the middle, and he threw it into the hands of No. Tyler No with the ball, center of the court, and he palmed it. So unfortunately, it's just the ball is going back and forth with turnovers.
Yeah, 5 turnovers apiece.
Miller Campbell will step back onto the court, and Ryan Crookshank will sit down for North Mason. Ball gets free from everybody, and the cheerleaders have to go track it down. So Carroll back in there for River Ridge. Here comes Williams for North Mason. 12-point lead for the Bulldogs. 5:25 to go in the half. Here's Beatty. He traveled. Wow. Betancourt will step back in. Beatty will sit down for North Mason. We will set the lineups for you. Still haven't tracked down the number 5's name.
No, I haven't.
We're working on that. Thomas will get it over to 5. Back to Thomas. Richard jumper in. That's his 4th point tonight. Williams pushing the pace, trying to get it up to Betancourt. Knocked away by Thomas. Saved it in bounds. Goes to Pahe. And here comes 5. Swing it over to Richard Thomas. Drives baseline. Throw it out. Quick pass in the corner. Carroll fakes the 3. Drives to the box. Baseline. Kick it out to the foul line. 5 now. Here is Pahe. Pahe steps back, resets. 9 on the shot clock. Fade away by 22. That's Dowdy. And rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs. Here's Betancourt in the front court. To Crosswhite. Takes a long 3 that rims hard off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to Carroll. Carroll kick it out to 5. And there's a foul on the Bulldogs. That'll go on Reed Williams. His first. Crookshank and Collins back in the ball game for North Mason. And Darius Wilson will step back in for River Ridge. Hawk ball. Lob it in, and up and in it goes. Richard Thomas with a little tap in, and a timeout on the court. Full one, 4:19 to go in the half, 25-17. North Mason with the lead in the ball when we come back.
Life's just more fun with fast, reliable Wi-Fi. You can stream, share, game, try something new. But weak Wi-Fi spoils the fun. That's why you need managed Wi-Fi from Hood Canal Communications. The right equipment, professionally installed in all the right places, keeps your Wi-Fi powered party streaming strong. Call or visit Hood Canal online to upgrade your Wi-Fi today.
I think that was a good timeout, Jerry. Coach Skogstad felt the momentum starting to shift a little bit, so he'll call that timeout to bring things to bring his team back together.
Yeah. Thomas is having a hot night tonight, number 12. He's 3 for 3 from the field, and that was the first time out of the ball game for North Mason.
So the Hawk lineup, you've got Carroll, Richard Thomas, Darius Wilson, number 5, and Michael Pahe. It's Bulldog ball after the made basket, and they have Collins, Williams, Crosswhite, Betancourt, and Campbell. Here's Williams, bounces it up to Betancourt in the front court, draws a double team back, it goes to Williams. High post feed to Crookshank. Looking for Williams again. Needs to throw it to somebody, and then a 5 count is called. I'm not sure I really like the 5 count, Jerry. I'm not sure the logic on that. If you got a defender on you, you have to get rid of the ball in 5 seconds. I'm not sure I like that rule. There's a reason it's in here.
Well, it encourages you to play good defense, good pressure defense.
All right, so 5 has the ball. Tried to roll it to the high post, and Betancourt ends up kicking it. Now he stopped it like a soccer player. I don't know if Julian's a soccer player or not. I have to look into that. Inbounds to Carroll, back to number 5. Over it goes to Pahe, back to 5. And to Pahe, 3 in the corner. In and out, rebound number 5. 1 dribble, and he'll dribble across. Out it goes to Thomas. And Thomas's pass over to Pahe goes over his head out of bounds.
6 turnovers for River Ridge and 8 for North Mason so far.
I'm 1 behind here, so that's good. Good that you're here. Here comes Williams in backcourt. 3.5 minutes to go in the half. 25-17. Betancourt with the ball near side. Down it goes to Campbell. Campbell banging bodies, and he'll bounce it right into 5's hands. And here come the Hawks the other way. Oh, nice pull-up jumper. Boom. Still know who that young man's name is.
Yeah.
Trying to figure that out. We'll have to check him at halftime.
Okay.
Here's Campbell, on the 3-point arc. To Betancourt. Betancourt trying to make a move. Drawing out the defense. Here's Williams, dribble penetrating. And to Collins, double teaming, and he traveled. Wow.
Well, the last few plays, River Ridge has really put some pressure on the Bulldogs, and it's having an effect. It's creating some more turnovers.
So 5 will bring it across the timeline, bounce it over to Pahe, back to 5. Over it goes to Richard Thomas. Into the corner he dribbles, finds Carroll. He's way outside. I'm thinking this guy's got the green light to shoot just about anywhere.
Yeah.
And he's got it in the paint, kick it out to Pahe. Pahe will take the 3. No, rebound goes to Crosswhite. And here comes Joe the other way. Hand it off to Collins. Collins for 3, no. Rebound Betancourt and Carroll fight for it. Carroll comes away with it for River Ridge. Quickly up it goes to Pahe. Pahe will get the trailer. It's number 5 who draws the foul on Collins. Ethan Collins with 3 personals. Beatty will return for North Mason. And Isaiah Howard will return for River Ridge. Baseline inbounds for the Hawks. Inbounds goes to Howard. To Carroll. Carroll extends for 3. No. Rebound to Seifert is back in there. As well, here comes Crosswhite. Beatty has it near midcourt. To the 3-point arc, hands it off to Crosswhite over to Betancourt. Betancourt pull-up jumper, in and out, and a foul after the shot. But they're gonna, I think they were waiting for whether it goes in or not to whether they call the foul on some of these. Now we'll go on Derek Carroll, he's first. At the free throw line for North Mason, Julian Betancourt. He's 1 for 1, has 3 points. Oop. 1 for 2. Am I jinxing him?
I think so.
Okay, Jerry, thanks for that vote of confidence.
You're welcome.
Second free throw, that one goes in.
It's payback time.
I guess it is. Howard with the ball. He'll get it over to Richard Thomas. He'll drive baseline, hook it out to 5. We've got to figure out who that guy is. 3 on the way in the corner by Richard Thomas. That rims off, and Betancourt comes over with the rebounds. Here comes Crosswhite to Beatty. Minute 25 to go in the half. Crosswhite with the ball. Over to Betancourt, and Betancourt drives baseline. The whole blocked and stolen away by Thomas. Richard Thomas with the ball far side for the Hawks. Going to take 3 big steps in the middle and no call. Missed the shot, and rebound comes to Cruikshank. And here comes Crosswhite. Approaching a minute to go here in the half. Crosswhite to the foul line, stops, pops, puts it up, missed it, rebound, Seyfried, and then there's a foul on the rebound. Darius Wilson will pick up the foul, his first. Chance Dowdy steps back on the court for River Ridge. Reed Williams returns for North Mason. It's North Mason ball, baseline inbounds, right of the backboard. Michael Pahe will step on. He'll replace Richard Thomas for River Ridge. Lob it into Cruikshank, can't handle it, but it bounces to Cyphers. Cyphers with a jumper, no. Rebound, Beatty had it, but it's poked out to Cruikshank. He'll put it up and in. 45 seconds and counting on the game clock. Dowdy, quick pass in the corner, Pahe. Cross court, it goes to Thomas. That was Howard, actually. Now Carroll has the ball. Up top to Howard, to Pahe. Pahe to Carroll up top. Into the corner it goes. 3 on the way by Howard. It goes in. Isaiah with his first basket. And the lead is 6 for North Mason. 15 seconds to go in the half. Williams with the ball. Looking for Crosswhite. He'll have to hand it off to him. Back to Williams. Williams with a thumbs up, calling out the play. Oh, Carroll with a steal at midcourt. He's going to go in for the dunk. At the buzzer, he got it off. Does it count? Yes, it does. So Carroll ends the half with a basket, and it's a 4-point lead for North Mason, 28-24. At the break, we will take a timeout. We'll be back with halftime statistics here in North Mason. At half, North Mason leads River Ridge, 28-14. We'll be back.
Everyone has dreams, but not everyone knows the steps they need to take to get there. At the Community Financial Center, we help members of our community credit union to work toward their dreams. Located inside the Shelton Mountain View branch, the Community Financial Center works with families to help them pursue their short and long-term goals, specializing in comprehensive financial planning, investment advisory services, insurance, and retirement planning. At the Community Financial Center, we work one-on-one with our community credit union members to help them identify their needs and their objectives. Together, we'll develop a set of strategies that seek your success. Isn't it time to set a path to your goals? Set up a free, no-obligation consultation at our community credit union's Community Financial Center. It's your success. We just guide you towards it.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. Join the likes of Hood Canal Communications, our community credit union, and Mason General Hospital and family of clinics in supporting student athletes. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications. keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Well, it's halftime here at North Mason High School. The Bulldogs lead the River Ridge Hawks by 4, 28-24. Leading scorer for North Mason is Ryan Cruikshank. He has 10 points. 6 for Ethan Collins. 5 for John Beatty. 4 for Julian Betancourt. And a free throw for Reed Williams. A basket for Joe Crosswhite. For the Hawks, leading the way for River Ridge, Derek Carroll has 11 points. He has hit 3 threes plus a basket. 6 points for Richard Thomas. 3 for Isaiah Howard. A basket for Tyler No. And a basket for our mystery number 5. Sounds like a cologne, doesn't it? Mystery number 5, Jerry.
Yeah.
You got the other statistics?
Just about.
Okay.
I just want to make sure my math is right.
All right, well, we'll take a short timeout, let Jerry finish his arithmetic. You know, he's an expert at the new math. And we'll be back with that information.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the South Sound Conference are playing, who won the game last night, and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on sscathletics.org. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making sscathletics.org the place to view official schedules, scores, standings, photos for all the schools and all the sports in the South Sound Conference. Check out sscathletics.org, the official website of the South Sound Conference.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics now offers 3D mammograms. The new Selenia Dimensions 3D mammography system in the Diagnostic Imaging Department at MGH has ergonomic design for patient comfort, provides up to 40% reduction in false positive recalls, has a proven 41% increase in detection of invasive breast cancer, is FDA approved, and is superior to 2D mammography. Call today to schedule your mammogram.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics, equal opportunity provider, translation services provided.
We're back here at North Mason High School, and the halftime statistics says we have a 28-24 lead for North Mason at the half. Jerry, your statistics for us, please.
Sure. North Mason has 12 turnovers. They are 10 for 22 from the field for 45%. That's good. They are 3 for 7 from the three-point arc. 2 of those have been made by Collins, number 50.
Yeah, one for
And
Ed.
what was the biggest lead that North Mason had on River Ridge?
13.
13, and now it's down to 4.
4, yeah.
And I know that the coach for North Mason has done everything he can to stymie the comeback by the River Ridge Hawks. He has called the timeout. They're trying to settle the North Mason players down.
Right.
Now let's go to River Ridge. River Ridge, I only have 6 turnovers for them. What's yours?
Yeah, that's what I have. So
Okay.
clean
Good.
ball game.
Yeah, and also River Ridge is 10 for 24 from the field for 41%. So both teams are shooting pretty well tonight. You can't complain on that. You know.
Well, a lot of those shots are high percentage shots right under the hoop, so that helps your chances.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not shooting too much perimeter. I mean, River Ridge is. At least in the second quarter, they were throwing up the threes, but they were getting some.
Yeah, they were 4 for 8 from the three-point arc. And, of course, Carroll, what a nice touch he has.
For a big man, yeah, 6'5", yeah.
He is 3 for 5 from the three-point arc. Hasn't had as much success inside. He's 1 for 4. Thomas has 3 for 5. for River Ridge from the 2-point area. And Collins, like I said, has 2 3-pointers for North Mason. And Beatty has 1.
Okay, foul trouble. I have Ethan Collins with 3 personal fouls, Jerry. That could come in to haunt North Mason late in the ball game, although Collins does come off the bench. But he is a spark plug when he does, because he'll take the 3 from just about anywhere.
I think everybody else has 1 foul.
Yeah, that's what I'm having. Yeah, no foul trouble for River Ridge at all.
And River Ridge has not pinned to the line yet.
No.
It's funny. I asked you the question: how many? What's the foul shot percentage for River Ridge? And you looked at me and said, "I don't think there is."
They haven't been to the line. So that does bring up a question. If you don't go to the line, is there a percentage? Is that 100% or 0?
It'd be 0.
It would be 0. 0 for 0, 0. I don't care. That's fine. Okay, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter in this ball game. This could be down to the wire like the girls' game went into overtime, but we'll be back with the third quarter in this 4-point game with North Mason leading by 4 at the half.
Life's just more fun with fast, reliable Wi-Fi. You can stream, share, game, try something new. But weak Wi-Fi spoils the fun. That's why you need managed Wi-Fi from Hood Canal Communications. The right equipment, professionally installed in all the right places, keeps your Wi-Fi powered party streaming strong. Call or visit Hood Canal online to upgrade your Wi-Fi today.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. Join the likes of Hood Canal Communications, our community credit union, and Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics in supporting student athletes. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast is copyright protected by DigiProof on behalf of Diedrich Allen and Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of its contents, pictures, descriptions, and accounts without the consent of Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, MasonWebTV.com, and Hood Canal Communications is prohibited.
Waiting for the start of the third quarter.
Well, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
I sure enjoy the music. They were playing the Duke of Earl, 1962.
Okay. Oh, we're already under play time here as the Hawks have the ball to start the quarter. This is Isaiah Howard with the ball between the circles over to Carroll. Carroll will dribble out and throw it over to Pahe. To Howard, into the corner to Carroll. He'll take a shot there if they give him an inch. And here is no to Carroll. And a timeout has been called. First possession of the ball game, 11 seconds on the shot clock. We have a timeout, Jerry. Coach Williams, Pat Williams, didn't like what he saw out there, I don't think. Thinking his team was being a little too patient, or he saw something. Who knows? So we'll give those lineups. Sure, the starters are out for both teams. So it's Beatty, Crosswhite, Williams, Campbell, and Crookshank. For North Mason, it's Carroll, Pahe, No, Wilson, and Howard. However, Tristan Dyson just checked in for River Ridge. And it'll be sideline inbounds as Carroll will get it into back court. To Howard. Howard high post feed to Wilson. Wilson missed the shot and rebound pulled down by Crosswhite. Up it goes to Williams for North Mason. He'll find Campbell. Campbell takes a 3 at the top, missed it, got his own rebound, kick it over to Crosswhite. And here's Williams between the circles. Williams will step back, throw to high post feed to Crookshank. Finds Campbell to Crosswhite. Down to Cruikshank, running the side of the paint. He'll put one up over Carroll, and it goes in. Cruikshank with 12 points, and the lead is up to 6. Hawks quickly up the court, and Williams knocks it out of bounds as they try to get it out to the corner in Pahe. So it'll be baseline inbounds for River Ridge.
Cruikshank is 6 for 7 from the field.
They'll lob it into Carroll. Carroll holds the ball over his head, throws it over to Pahe. Pahe near midcourt. Bounce it to Howard. Howard back to Pahe at the top of the key for 3. Yes! And the lead is 3.
Yeah, and that's his first basket of the ball game.
It certainly is, and that comes at a big moment. Here's Williams with the ball, trying to get by the defense, bouncing in the corner to Beatty. Beatty will dribble out of the corner, and he's going to be fouled by Darius Wilson. Should be his second. So it'll be sideline inbounds. Beatty will bounce it into the corner. I guess Crosswhite didn't establish himself on the court when he got that ball. He was out of bounds. So that's turnover. 3-point lead for North Mason. Third quarter action, 30-27. River Ridge with the ball. Here's Pahe. Finds Wilson. Wilson off the glass and in. Darius' first basket of the night. Bulldogs coming quickly right back, and Beatty will knock over Wilson and draw the foul. That'll be 3 on Darius, I believe.
Yep.
So John Beatty's at the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Xavier Thomas is at the scorer's table to check back in for River Ridge. This is John's first trip to the free throw line, and he'll hit the first one, giving him 6 points. So Darius Wilson will sit down, and Xavier Thomas will come back in, or come in, and so it's Carroll, Thomas, Dyson, Howard, and Pahe. Second free throw line, Beatty goes in. Carroll center of the court, lob it up to Thomas. Xavier will find Howard. Howard high post feed to Dyson. Dyson, nice pass in the paint, up and in for Kristen, his first basket. Crosswhite to the three-point arc, far side. It's by Carroll, draws a double team on the baseline. And he's stripped and stolen away by Pahe. Up it goes to Howard. Howard stops and pops for 3. No, Cruikshank with the rebound. And Carroll will knock it out of bounds. 1 point lead for North Mason, 32-31, 5:34 to go in the third. Full court press by River Ridge. Inbounds goes to the big man, Cruikshank. He'll shuffle it up to Williams. Williams alone to the hoop with a little scoop layup. And Reed's first basket gives North Mason a 3-point cushion. I'm going to call it a cushion because it's not going to last for long. Here's Pahe. Up it goes to Thomas. Thomas lost the ball in the middle of the paint trying to get it to Carroll. And here's Crosswhite. Williams looking for Beatty in the corner. And he'll dribble up top and reset for North Mason. Drawing the big man out. Bounce it over to Campbell, down to Cruikshank. Stolen away by Thomas and then fouled by Cruikshank. There should be 2 on Ryan. Yep. So Betancourt and Seifert are checking back into the ball game for North Mason. Cruikshank and Beatty will sit down.
That last foul on Betancourt?
I was on Cruikshank.
Okay, thank you. His second.
Pahe with the ball to three-point arc, bouncing into the baseline corner. 3 on the way by Xavier Thomas, missed it, and Crosswhite comes down with the rebound. Here's Betancourt. He'll up fake, drive to the box. Seifert on the baseline. Up and around the horn. Actually, it was going to go around the horn. Campbell with it to Betancourt. Hand it off to Crosswhite. 15 on the shot clock. Crosswhite pushed off. Yikes. Richard Thomas will step back onto the court for River Ridge, replacing Michael Pahe. So it's, here comes Ethan Collins. Remember, he has 3 personal fouls.
Yeah. And I think he's going to take Crossright out just to kind of calm him down for a little bit. Got to be careful. Can't get a technical in that situation.
Here comes Howard quickly to the 3-point arc, into the corner. It goes to Dyson. Up top, Carroll, 3, yes. Look out, Derek's getting hot. It's tie ball game at 34. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the third. Williams with it. Yeah. Betancourt, hook it to Seifert. To Campbell, and now Williams will reset with 20 on the shot clock. One hands it over to Betancourt, looking low. They'll get it over to Williams. Williams had to go high for that pass. To Campbell, 10 on the shot clock now. Here's Betancourt, 3-point arc 3. He rimmed off, rebound tracked down by Xavier Thomas. Here comes Derek Carroll. Near side, Thomas, Richard Thomas. Oh my goodness, way outside for 3 by Carroll. Ball slapped out of bounds by Xavier Thomas. Here comes Mr. 5, number 5. Still don't know who 5 is. I can't quite get the name. So 5 steps on for the Hawks. Cruikshank will step back in for North Mason. Williams has the ball. Tie ball game at 34. Betancourt with the ball, guarded tightly. Trying to get by the defense. Over to Williams. Williams down to Seifert. Seifert's turnaround jumper. He's hacked and fouled, but no whistle. Rebound pulled down by No. Tyler back in the ball game. Into the corner, gets the ball back. 3 on the way by No. And that's a no. Rebound Seifert. And here comes Williams. Over to Collins. To Betancourt. Hand it off to Williams, and they're going to get Richard Thomas with, I think, his first personal.
That is his first personal foul.
Chance Dowdy steps back onto the court for River Ridge. North Mason ball, tie ball game. Betancourt to get it into Collins. Trying to drive. He'll up fake a couple times, throw it up top to Seifert, and then get it to Williams to set. Hawks are in a very aggressive man-to-man. Williams open, drives inside the 3-point arc, gets it up to Betancourt. 15 on the shot clock. Collins will take the 3, in and out. Seifert with the rebound, puts it up and in. Christopher with his first basket tonight, and it's a 2-point lead. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. Well, Jerry, something went wrong with the computer. So I guess we'll keep it here.
Well, one of the things that's interesting, I've been watching number 20 pretty closely for North Mason, and I'm impressed with his play. He sets a lot of screens, if you watch him. And it was nice to see him get his first basket of the night.
Well, he is playing one of the swing positions. The couple of guys who are not playing tonight for North Mason, Jason Dyer and Spencer Davis.
Probably the 7th, 8th person off the
So Seifert gets the playing time, and I believe he's an exchange student. I'm not quite sure. 5 back in there with the big steps.
I'm thinking he is, yeah.
And still got the ball. Now it goes to Thomas. Down to, nice pass trying to get it in the middle, but nice defense by the Bulldogs. And Seifert comes away with it. They get it out to Collins, had to save it to Williams. Williams just didn't get across the midcourt stripe, 10 seconds. Too much time, just by a second, Jerry.
And that's a 15th turnover for North Mason.
1:40 to go in the third quarter. 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. Hawks from River Ridge with it. Still haven't tracked down the number 5's name. We'll try to get to that. Here's No. Out to 5, quick pass back in the middle, and stolen away by Cyphers again. And here comes Williams. Williams is going to get it up quickly to Collins. Back to Williams. High post feed to Crookshank. Crookshank's going to drive side of the paint up, and oh, he just couldn't get it to drop in, but he did draw the foul. And it'll go
Very
on.
nice move by Crookshank.
It'll go on Chance Dowdy, I believe.
His first?
I believe so. Crookshank at the free throw line for 2 free throws. This will be his first trip to the free throw line, and he missed the one. So here comes Derek Carroll for River Ridge. He'll replace Tristan Dyson. Crookshank trying to extend the Bulldog lead. He does for the second free throw. Carroll will get the ball back, and then he'll leave it for 5. Swing it over to No. Back to 5. And a kick ball by Betancourt. I don't know if you can stop anybody from doing that. You reset the shot clock with the kicked ball, but it's just an instinctual reaction. High post feed to Dowdy. Oh, nice play by Cyphers again. Here comes Williams. Williams changing directions, had it poked out of his hands out of bounds. So, Jerry, the Hawks, by my count, have 9 turnovers. Is that right?
River Ridge has. That is correct.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm keeping on
Nope.
top.
I've got 10.
10, okay. Betancourt with the ball. He'll kick it to the top to Williams. Williams for 3. Yes. And the lead is up to 6 now for North Mason. Richard Thomas with the ball.
Yeah, Williams is 2 for 3 from the field. I'm impressed with Williams' ball handling.
Cross court. Oh, Williams jumped up there and grabbed the ball out of the air with another turnover. And Collins with the ball, avoiding some defenders, finds Crookshank. Extra pass down to Cyphers, off the glass and in! 4 points for Christopher.
Nice assist from Crookshank.
And the lead is now 8. Quarter's running out here. Kick it to the corner. 3 on the way by No. It's an air ball. And Williams will pull it down, and we're through 3 quarters. North Mason 42. River Ridge 34. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the 4th quarter.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the South Sound Conference are playing, who won the game last night, and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on sscathletics.org. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making sscathletics.org the place to view official schedules, scores, standings, photos for all the schools and all the sports in the South Sound Conference. Check out sscathletics.org, the official website of the South Sound Conference.
Well, Jerry, we're in for a battle, I think, the last 8 minutes of this ball game as we wait for the start of the 4th quarter.
Yeah. What's interesting is the score was 34-all.
Right.
And now North Mason has made the last 8 points. So now the lead is 42-34. For the Bulldogs.
Yeah, turnovers, untimely turnovers for the Hawks. They're relatively low. What do they have, 11 now?
You are correct.
Yeah. So relatively low for the ball game, but
crucial
times. And a lot of these are just, you know, grabbing balls out of the air. A good position on a rebound. So Williams gets it lobbed into back court to start the 4th quarter, working with Beatty, Campbell, Crookshank. Oh boy, ball fight for it. And there's another turnover. And up it goes to the big man, Carroll, with a dunk. Here comes Williams the other way. Kind of saw that dunk coming. Here's Beatty with it far side. Gives it to Campbell. Campbell down to Crookshank. Challenged by Carroll. Carroll blocked it, but he's going to be called with a foul. That's his second. I would question, you know, it's so hard, but a lot of body.
Yes.
So Cruikshank's at the free throw line.
Yeah, he blocked it, but then he came down on his body a little bit.
So Cruikshank is 1 for 2 at the free throw line. He has 13 points. Missed the first one. Second free throw for Cruikshank. That one's off. Rebound pulled down.
He's 1 for 4.
Oh, look at that. Poked away by Beatty. Beatty creates a turnover on that. He'll bounce it to Williams. Williams turns around and trying to set the play with 20 on the shot clock. Getting some screens, slips, and he'll shuffle it to Campbell. Campbell up fakes, and he's draws Carroll on his back. So Derek Carroll has 3 personal fouls. And that is the 6th team foul on River Ridge. So Michael Pahe will check in, and sitting down will be Richard Thomas. It's Bulldog ball, sideline inbounds, foul line extended, far side. Beatty will trigger the play, get it into backcourt to Williams.
Williams is a good ball handler, playmaker.
Swing it over to Crosswhite. Crosswhite nearly lost the ball. And a timeout by the Bulldogs. 6:55 to go in the ball game, 42-36. We'll be right back.
My name is Matt Woods. I'm the new podiatrist taking over for Dr. Rice. I know that he's a very well-liked podiatrist, and I'm very, very happy to be able to take over his position here at Mason General Hospital Ankle and Foot Clinic. I just want everyone to know that I'd like to treat all my patients like they were my friends or my family. I wouldn't do anything to a patient that I wouldn't do to myself. I just think that having a good rapport with your patients and trust is necessary, and I can do anything from toenails to...
Bulldog ball coming out of the timeout. Sideline inbounds. Beatty will trigger the play. He'll get it into Campbell. Campbell handed off to Williams. Williams dribbles to the top of the key. And 3 in the key on the Bulldogs. And these are untimely turnovers for North Mason. The look on Brett Skogstad's face kind of sums everything up.
Yeah, North Mason's got 16 turnovers.
Pahe with the ball. Swing over to Carroll. Carroll will get it over to Wilson. There's Howard. Thomas, he stumbles and loses the ball. And here comes Crosswhite, short on the layup. And a jump ball called, and that will go over to River Ridge. 6-point lead for North Mason, 6:24 to go in the ball game. Howard will bring the ball up for the Hawks. Pahe to Howard. High post feed, quick pass out to Carroll. Carroll hooks it back to Howard. Howard takes a long 3 and hits it. That's the second 3 in the ball game, giving 6 points, cutting the lead in half.
Yeah, he's 3 for 4 from the field.
Williams having some trouble with the backcourt, ends up throwing it off the knee of Pahe and it goes out of bounds, just to give some space. However, it's 29 seconds on the shot clock, and the Bulldogs are in the backcourt. Campbell will inbound it from the backcourt. Got to get it in. Finds Williams. Williams trying to get by Pahe. It crosses midcourt to set the offense with 23 on the shot clock. Swing it over to Beatty. Beatty out of the corner. Over to Williams. Williams gets a pick from Campbell. Oh boy, not a wise foul by Derek Carroll. That's his 4th. He just kind of went in to swipe the ball, and he got more of Campbell's shoulder. Now it's 1-1. So Miller Campbell has been held scoreless in this ball game. His last game, the last game they played against Charles Wright Academy, he had 23 points, Jerry.
Wow.
And this is his first opportunity to score, and he missed the front end of a 1-1. So he has not been able to score at all.
How many fouls do you have on Carroll?
4. I have 4, Jerry, and so I said that was a very unwise foul on his part. He just went to hack the ball, and he hacked the shoulder instead. A nice little move by Wilson. Missed the shot, but drew the foul. Only the third foul on North Mason. So Cruikshank picked up his third. And Darius Wilson at the free throw line. Hit the first of two. Ethan Collins back in the ball game for North Mason, replacing John Beatty.
Is that the first foul shot
for
River Ridge?
River Ridge, yes it is, Jerry. Good observation. Short on the second one, and the shooter violated the lane anyways, so. Trying to find out. Inbounds goes to Collins, and he's fouled immediately. So Ethan Collins will be shooting 1-1 on the 8th team foul on the Hawks. I didn't see who it went on, Jerry, and we'll just guess at this point.
I believe it was on Wilson.
Was it? Okay. Well, that'll give him 4 if it is.
Yeah, I think it is 4.
Collins hit the front end of the 1-1, extending the lead to 3. 5:29 to go in the game. Second free throw is off. Seifert with the rebound, puts it back up. High off the glass, missed it. Rebound goes to Wilson. And here come the Hawks with our mysterious number 5. Here's Carroll holding ball over his head. Cross court goes to Howard for 3. Missed that one. Rebound Cruikshank. And it off to Williams. And here come the Bulldogs with a 3-point lead. 5 minutes to go. Williams had it poked out of his hands, and it comes up with Wilson to Carroll. To Thomas. No on the shot, but Xavier will go to the free throw line. It's the 4th team foul on North Mason. Reed Williams picked up his 2nd personal. Xavier Thomas at the free throw line with 2 free throws, trying to cut into this 3-point Bulldog lead, and he got the first one. He can cut it down to 1. With the second, right now it's at 2. Got them both.
So they're 3 for 4 from the foul line, River Ridge.
Inbounds knocked out of the hands of Williams, and that's another untimely turnover on North Mason. So it'll be
19th.
Yeah, River Ridge ball. Quick pass inbounds. Here's 5 going to the hoop off the glass. Missed the shot. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Wilson. It'll be Bulldog ball.
Okay, it looks like a full court press.
I'm going to see that for the rest of the game, I'm sure. Bettencourt will step back onto the court, and Crosswhite will sit down. Seifert will inbounds it in the back court. He'll get it into Collins. Bounce it over to Williams. Williams tied up, stolen away by 5, and Williams comes away with it again. No change of possession there. Collins in the corner for 3. Yes! What a dart there, Jerry. His 3rd 3 in the ball game, and it's a 4-point lead.
3 for 5 from the 3-point area.
Wilson driving in. Get it. Nope, they're going to wave off that shot. Oh, that would have been big. It would have got the River Ridge clan fans on their feet if that had fallen in. Williams picked up his 3rd personal. Hawk ball. Oh, heads up play doesn't really develop. That should be a travel, and that is. .423 to go in the ball game. 46-42. North Mason with the lead in the ball. Seifert will get it into Collins. Collins dancing around. Bounce it to Williams. Williams hesitates crossing mid-court. Finds it open Bettencourt. Bettencourt throw it back to Williams. Looking for some motion. We'll get it over to Collins. Collins fakes the 3, steps up with a dribble to the top. Bounce it over to Bettencourt. Bettencourt's going to attack. Stop and leave it for Seifert. Seifert's jumper. No. Rebound. Carroll. Carroll coming back the other way, stops at the top. Swing it over to Thomas. Thomas drives baseline. I'm sorry, it's Howard. Howard foul going out of bounds. That'll go on Crookshank, his fourth.
Yep.
Miller Campbell will come in. Seifert will sit down for North Mason. River Ridge with the ball on the baseline, right of the backboard. Howard will trigger the play. Get into the corner to Carroll. Finds Wilson. Wilson up and in. It's only 5 points for him.
Nice assist from Carroll.
Williams with the ball for North Mason, leading by 2 with 3.5 minutes to go. Wilson poked it out of bounds. It'll stay with North Mason. 25 on the shot clock. If you're a cheerleader over there, you got to pay attention to the game. Betancourt will inbound it from the sidelines. He'll throw it in the back court to Williams. Williams setting to play with 20 on the shot clock. High post feed to Crookshank. Crookshank guarded by Carroll. There's Collins. Collins pass to Crookshank out of bounds. Jerry, wow. 2-point lead for...
Yeah, 21 turnovers. Wow.
And a lot of those, that would be, what, 9.5?
Yes.
Howard to 5, over to Carroll. Carroll trying to get by this 3-2 zone, looks like. Back to Carroll. Carroll's going to step by the defense up top for 3 for is that Howard?
Yep.
All right, so this is back-to-back threes for him. And the Hawks had their first lead. Wilson almost picked it off. And a foul on River Ridge. And that'll go on Darius Wilson. I have 5 on him. Is that 5? Yeah,
that's what
5.
I have.
Yeah,
I have 5.
Yeah, he's done. Darius finishes with 5 points. And Ethan Collins will go to the free throw line. Still at 1-1. It's the 9th team foul on River Ridge. Tyler Noel will step onto the court for Darius Wilson and foul it out. Crosswhite will step on after the free throw. Collins has the first of a 1-1. The lead is 1 for River Ridge, their first lead of the night. And Crookshank came away with a rebound. His putback is no good, but he draws a foul on Carroll. That should be 5 on him.
Yeah, I don't have 5 on him.
I have 5 on him. I guess it's not. I guess it's 4. But Crookshank has 2 free throws. Got the first one. They'll get one more. Ethan Collins will sit down. Joe Crosswhite back in. So tie ball game at 47. Crookshank's second free throw off. Campbell had the rebound, but Noah will pull it down, and here comes Carroll for River Ridge. Over it goes to No. And here is Carroll for 3. Oh, missed it badly. Rebound goes to Williams. Williams to Crosswhite. Back to Williams. Tie ball game, 2:15 to go in the game. Here's Betancourt over to Williams. Had an open 3, found a lane, had it poked out of his hands and recovered by No. And here comes Carroll. 47 all. 2 minutes remaining. Howard to No, up top to 5. 5 side of the paint, kick to Carroll. Carroll will dribble out and reset. Throws it over to No. No drives, leaves it for Carroll. Carroll fakes the 3, steps to the foul line, goes to the paint, puts it up and in. Carroll with 18 points. Here's Crosswhite going back the other way. 2-point lead for the Hawks. North Mason with the ball. 1.5 minutes remaining. Williams gets a screen from Crosswhite. Looking for the pick and roll, finds Betancourt. Betancourt drives baseline and challenges, and they're going to get Isaiah Howard with a foul. Isaiah came out of there like, I can't believe it, I had all ball. But again, when you go from the behind, they're going to call that a foul. So Julian Betancourt is 2 for 3 at the free throw line, has 4 points. Got the first one. River Ridge fans pounding on the, making everything shake over here, Jerry. 1 point lead for River Ridge, 1:22 to go in the game. Betancourt missed it, lane violation either way. So it will be River Ridge ball with 1:22. Full timeout called by the Bulldogs. We'll step aside.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Well, Jerry, 1:22 to go in the ball game, a 1 point game, 1 point lead for River Ridge. They'll have the ball coming out of the timeout.
What an interesting statistic. North Mason has shot 18 foul shots. They've only made 9 of them. And that's an interesting statistic when you look at the score right now.
Well, another part of that is, we've talked about it, Brett Skogstad as a child, as a kid, was a free throw shooting champion with like a 98.9% percentage, and it's frustrating for him, I imagine. Just to watch his team miss so many free throws.
Yeah.
He was almost automatic. So the Hawks have the lead in the ball. Carroll with it. Hand it off to Howard. Dangerously close to that midcourt stripe. He'll kick it in the corner. This is no. Back to Howard. And then I'll get it to Carroll. Carroll with a minute. Nice fine turnaround jumper that rimmed off by Xavier Thomas. And there's a whistle onto the basket.
Yeah, he was over the back, number 30.
I'm waiting for the call. It was 30. Did he make the
Yeah.
call? Oh, yeah, this referee likes to just do it from wherever he is on the
Well, what
floor.
happened is he shot it, and then he tried to get his own rebound back, and he went over the back of the other player from North Mason.
Well, oh, it just fell. Whoa, everything's falling here. Hold on. Sorry, folks. Luckily, the camera stayed pointed as Crookshank hit the first free throw. This tripod's driving me nuts tonight, Jerry.
Yeah.
Luckily, that wasn't too important. I lost my pencil, but I'll get another one. Second free throw, 2 free throws for Crookshank. And the Hawks come right up. And oh boy, taking the charge is Williams. Bulldog ball with 53 seconds, and they're leading by 1. Williams crossing midcourt, bounce it over to Betancourt, back to Williams, to Crosswhite, down to Crookshank, banking down, turnaround jumper off the glass, no, got his own rebound, puts it up and missed it again, got it a third time, this one it's Campbell. Campbell will turn around and put it up, no, rebound goes to no, and it'll be Hawk ball and a foul, I believe. And that was the 7th foul. And Xavier Thomas is holding his head. He got whacked. should be a 1-and-1, Jerry.
Yes, it should be. That's the 7th. There you go. And Dowdy is into the ball game. First time for him.
Oh, it's not the first time.
Second time?
He's been in a couple of times.
Okay.
Well, we do have a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. Join the likes of Hood Canal Communications, our community credit union, and Mason General Hospital and family of clinics in supporting student athletes. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
37.3 seconds remain in the game. River Ridge will be shooting 1-and-1.
Thank you for inviting me up tonight. You know, these are two very exciting ball games. We have definitely got our, well,
money's worth? I think everybody watching got their money's worth too.
I think so. Wow.
Oh, sure. I sit down for a second and they decide to play. Get back to play. Yeah, well, 1 point lead for North Mason, and at the free throw line it'll be Tyler No for River Ridge. He only has 2 points tonight, and this will be his first trip to the free throw line. He's got the front end of a 1-and-1. He can tie it and potentially take the lead, but he's got to get the first one to tie. Oh, he's short. Rebound goes to Campbell. Handed off to Williams, now to Crosswhite. Crosswhite center of the court. Out to Williams to Betancourt. There's about a second difference between shot and game clock. Here is Crosswhite over to Betancourt, to Crosswhite, to Williams. They're looking for the foul, and they're still not getting the foul. Down to Crookshank. Finds Betancourt. Betancourt palmed the ball, but no whistle. And then they finally get a foul at 7.6 seconds. Coach Williams, Pat Williams, doesn't like it at all. So Julian Betancourt's at the free throw line for 2 free throws. He's 1 for 2. Has 6 points tonight. Who just fouled out?
Yep, Carroll did.
They just did Carroll. I had him foul out a long time ago, but you know, my count is not official by any means. He finishes with 18 points. And Tristan Dyson will step on. So 1 point lead. Betancourt can make it 3 by hitting both free throws. He hit the first one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. And he got them both. So it's a 3 point lead with 7.6 seconds and a timeout. It's a 30, so I guess we'll keep it here, Gary. So a 3 point lead, and I tried to say this earlier, but when I was talking to Brett Skogstad before the game, just a little informal chat, he said that the last 5 games have been won by a possession or less. However, the last game they lost by 6. That was in overtime, and that was just couldn't execute down the stretch. But this is another one of those things here, a 1 possession game. And I believe if that game against Charles Wright did go into overtime as well.
Well, they have Carroll's out. He's fouled out, their top shooter. But I think they're going to try to set up a play right now to try to give it to Howard to shoot a 3. I wouldn't be surprised if Howard comes off of a screen. Yeah, he's probably their next best 3-pointer shooter, right?
Isaiah Howard, yeah, he's got 3 threes in the ball game, 9 points. Defensively for the Bulldogs, do you challenge the inbounds or just keep it in the front court and challenge them when they get to half court? I believe, yeah, okay, so the Hawks are going to take another timeout. Now I realize, now correct me if I'm wrong. The same team cannot call back-to-back timeouts, but one another team can't. You know, one team calls a timeout, the other one could call another timeout.
I believe so.
Yeah, obviously we're just
I
seeing
think that North Mason would be best off doing full court.
And no fouls.
And no fouls.
Because you don't have the foul to give. You could foul immediately, put them on the line. And then
there you go.
I mean, that's a possibility. I'm not sure you want to do that.
Especially if you miss the second one and you
well,
get a rebound.
it'd be 1-1. So you force them to make the first one. But River Ridge hasn't been to the free throw line a lot. Yeah. They've been 5 times and made 3 of those 5.
Right.
And maybe that's a better strategy. That's an interesting point, though. I mean, it's all what you want to do. Personally,
I don't like the foul where you foul.
Well, I would
let them on the line, but I know a lot of teams will do that. You especially see that at the NBA level.
I think you go 3/4 of a press, not bother them. Just bother them enough to slow them down because they got 7 seconds to go the length of the floor. So here comes number 5. He'll hand it over to No. Get it to Howard for 3. Oh, it rims off, and boy, oh boy. Howard had a look and a good shot.
He did have a good look.
But the Bulldogs pull off a 52-49 victory. Well earned and well needed victory for the Bulldogs. Jerry, they've been fighting, ending a 3-game losing skid, and they pull away with a 3-point win at the end. We will take a timeout. We'll be back, and we'll wrap this broadcast up and recap some of the 2 games we have had tonight here in Belfair. So final again, North Mason holds on for a 52-49 victory over River Ridge.
Hey, sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the Olympic League are playing? Who won the game last night? And what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on OlympicLeague.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making OlympicLeague.com the place to view official schedules, scores, standings, photos for all the schools and all the sports in the Olympic League. Check out OlympicLeague.com, the official website of the Olympic League.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics now offers 3D mammograms. The new Selenia Dimensions 3D mammography system in the Diagnostic Imaging Department at MGH has ergonomic design for patient comfort, provides up to 40% reduction in false positive recalls, has a proven 41% increase in detection of invasive breast cancer, is FDA approved, and is superior to 2D mammography. Call today to schedule your mammogram.
Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics. Equal opportunity provider. Translation services provided.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KEEPtheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Celebration playing in the background here at North Mason High School Gymnasium as the North Mason Bulldogs hold off River Ridge 52-49 to pick up their 3rd victory of the season. They did it behind Ryan Crookshank's 15 points and Ethan Collins' 10. 7 apiece for John Beatty and Julian Betancourt. 6 apiece for Joe Crosswhite and Reed Williams, and 4 for Christopher Seifert. For the River Ridge Hawks, they were led by Derek Carroll's 18 points. He hit 4 threes. Let's see, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 points, excuse me. Giving him an extra at 16 points. 9 for Isaiah Howard, although he had a good look at the end for a 3 to tie, but just rimmed that off. Richard Thomas finished with 6, 5 for Darius Wilson, a 3 for Michael Pahe, 2 apiece for Tyler No, Tristan Dyson, Xavier Thomas, and number 5, who we have no idea is, finished with a basket as well. Jerry, you have other statistics?
I do have some statistics.
Okay.
First thing I want to say, what an exciting 2 games tonight. River Ridge had 15 turnovers. They shot 41% from the field. They were 18 for 44. North Mason was 17 for 43 from the field for 39%. They had 22 turnovers. I'd like to say a couple players of the game for each team.
Go ahead.
All right. For River Ridge, I would certainly like to give credit to Carroll. Number 1, nice shooter.
Excellent shooter.
And he's definitely the leader of the team, directing players around where they should be. The other player, of course, is Howard, number 13. I thought he did a nice job, especially from the three-point line, three-point arc, making 3 for 5. So those are my 2 players of the game for River Ridge, Carroll and Howard. For North Mason, I have 3 players.
Okay,
Williams, I felt did a nice job of beating the full court press. He handled the intensity fairly well. He dribbles with both hands well, passes well. So I'm going to give, even though he scored only 5 points, one of those being a 3-pointer, I thought he did a great job playmaking. Of course, Cruikshank did a nice job tonight. He didn't shoot from the 3-point arc, but he made 6 2-pointers. And also, he, let's see, what did he do from the foul line? Let me look.
I have him down here, 3 for 8.
Oh, okay.
Not that great at the free throw line, but he did make the front end of a 1-and-1, which is critical.
That was important.
Yeah.
The other player, Collins, made 3 3-pointers.
Right.
Foul shooting, at the end of the ball game, North Mason came through on their foul shots.
Yeah.
We were commenting on the foul shots. At one time, they were 9 for 18, I believe, or 8 for 18, and they wound up 13 for 22. So they made their last few foul shots. That was important.
Yeah, Julian Betancourt was 3 for 4 in the fourth quarter. Ethan Collins only 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter. Cruikshank 2 for 6 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But the Betancourt free throws were the ones that kept kept River Ridge off, held them off.
And River Ridge was only to the line, only shot 5 times, 3 for 5.
Yeah.
You know, so boy, it's tough to say. Definitely, each team had a couple players that were pretty darn good.
Well, I think you got a good play from a lot of players on both teams.
Okay.
They did what they were supposed to do. They did what was expected.
Let's give you a good example of that. Sure. Number 20 for North Mason. You know, he does a lot of things out there that doesn't show up on the scorebook or statistically, and that is Sepharth. We think Sepharth. I think that's the way we pronounce it, and we think he's a foreign exchange student. But he plays pretty darn well. Did some really good things for us.
Right, and
for
he
North
came
Mason.
away with a couple of great rebounds and a couple of steals down late where you didn't think that, you know, it looked like the River Ridge was going to score. And these are the things that you get out of these guys who come off the bench who, you know, they not expected, really. It's just like gravy.
And North Mason was 5 for 12 from the 3-point arc, which is, I don't know, about 40%.
Yeah.
Which is okay. River Ridge cooled off in the second half with the three-pointers. But a little bit. Yeah.
All right, Jerry.
They were 8 for 19. River Ridge was 8 for 19 from the three-point area. That's darn good. That's probably about 40% also. So pretty good shooting from outside.
Well, next up for North Mason, they return to Olympic League play Tuesday, hosting Bremerton. River Ridge hits the road at Tuesday, playing at South Puget Sound League foe, Steilacoom. Kind of hard to put that together in one sentence. And that will do it for us in Belfair. Our next broadcast is Wednesday as the Shelton girls host North Thurston. Thank you, Jerry, for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure.
For game in a quarter. Or game in almost a half, I guess.
That wasn't too much help with that
first you were good. That was good. Thanks for everybody for checking us out for this doubleheader. Final score in the girls' game, River Ridge gets a 60-58 overtime win over the Lady Bulldogs. And again, the boys' final here was North Mason holding off River Ridge 52-49. We will talk to you Wednesday from the Mini Dome in Shelton. Thank you so much for tuning us in.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, was made possible by our Community Credit Union. Community is in our name and in the work we do every day. Mason General Hospital and Family of Clinics, now known as Mason Health. United Community, empowered people, exceptional health. And Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.